Hey, Trust Me News, Role-Playing Bubble Grader. We're at Gen Con 2016.
Woo!
Mr. Adam Scott Glancy is running a game of Call of Cthulhu for us.
Yes, I am.
I'm not sure what it's called.
Well, I will go ahead and tell you that the title is fairly obvious. The title is The Wounded. And that is because all of the players here will be playing British Army officers who have been mangled in some fashion by World War I. In fact, the year is 1917. It's the summer of 1917. Things didn't go so hot the previous summer at the Somme.
The Americans are on their way, we're sure.
Yeah, I'm sure everything will work out fine. But that's not your problem anymore. You guys are not going to go back to the front because all of you are missing important things needed to be a soldier. And with those subtractions from your person, you're going to get to sit out not just the war, but possibly the rest of your lives. Yeah. So let's go ahead and figure out, going around the table,
well, it could be worse.
Who wants to roll for their mangling first?
I will.
All right, Tom, give me
clockwise from him.
Yeah. Give me a 20-sided die, Tom.
20-sided?
2 10s?
No, you need a 20-sided.
I need
I got it. I got some 20
Yeah, okay, that'll do. Here it comes. 12.
Alrighty. 12.
Which is the more mangled?
Lost mandible.
You're terrible.
Howdy, Arseface.
Wonderbite.
Okay, so Tom, you need to write this down in your character description. Mm-hmm. Here comes what that's going to do for you. Your jaw has been lost to
your
trauma.
appearance goes up, oddly.
Yeah. -4 to appearance.
-4 to appearance.
No?
Yeah, that's about right.
-15 to any rolls involving credit rating or disguise. The character cannot speak.
Does he get a chalkboard and chalk?
Yes, he'll have a nice chalkboard to write on. You have -30 to fast talk and persuade, and those rolls may only be attempted after a successful right language skill roll. So you have to roll on your English language skill.
So it's minus what? 30?
And then it's -30 on top of that. -30 to fast talk and to persuade as you attempt to perform those skills using only your little chalkboard with its little scribbly notes on it.
Sign language invented, but it's kooky speak right now. It's too cutting edge.
All right, who's next? Who gets to roll next?
I'll take the honors for that.
I can still fly.
It's a D20 or
D20. Let's.
Well, yes, you can actually. But however, none of the lads, once you were on the mess, making the other pilots depressed. I imagine that von Richthofen shot your face off, and you probably flew back and piloted your just tied your scarf off around your mangled jaw to hold it all in,
kept
and
fighting.
then
I am British.
Yeah.
Probably
Carry
on, England. Yes.
Stiff upper lip. I still got that.
No, you do in fact.
I have the upper.
You do have an upper. That is true. However, feeding becomes a matter of this device. It's kind of like a bowl/siphon that you put on here, and you just pour the soup in and swallow it because chewing is not in your...
Now just imagine some officer talking to the new recruits. And if you die, it'll be quick and for England. And then he walks by with his soup.
His soup his soup tubes.
I know what lads, he won't have you.
Should write down everybody's name as we go to. What's your character's name?
Bernard Rawls. Captain Bernard Rawls.
Any relation to Lou Rawls?
Well, I can't answer that.
You can write it.
There's this back.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and roll for your damage.
All right, let's see. Pearlescent and die, be kind.
Or
Basically,
not.
if we copy, should be
19.
Oh, that...
Did I get Potato Man?
You got... Roll twice, take both results.
Yes! I'm so happy right now.
No, get 2 dice.
Roll again.
Roll twice. I'll get the ones that can see you.
All right.
Rolls. All right. I know it was a 19.
It's a 13.
Was it 13? I thought it was
13?
13 and 3.
13 and 3.
13.
Lucky
You have
13.
lost toes. That's -1 to dex. Anytime you run, you've got to roll con times 5, or the pain causes you to stop, fall down, trip.
Okay. Yeah.
But you rolled a 19 again, which means Roll twice.
No,
Take
roll
both
No,
of
you
them.
rolled a 13.
I thought it was a 19 that it was.
No, it's a 13.
Okay, I will.
All right, did you roll both at the same time?
Yeah, I rolled both at the same
And
time.
what'd you got? You got a 13?
I guess a 13.
13
yeah.
and a 3.
Yeah, I
And
thought
a 3.
Yeah, 13 and a 3.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you rolled a 19.
He thought he did too, but he.
Yes, your offhand has been amputated at the elbow. That's another -1 to your dex.
Yeah.
-5 to any attempt to fire a rifle or a shotgun, and you can't do that with two hands. You're going to need to steady that on something like
On
the back of
something.
a
Oh man,
chair.
you insult each other. It's like, you can say like, I'm sorry, could you speak up?
Yeah. So
I
you've
say,
got
I'll lend you a hand.
-1 to dex,
You'll write that.
-5 to any skills like using a rifle. And again, you cannot hold or manipulate two-handed objects, so your career as a trombonist is over.
What's your guy's name?
It's Thomas Nelson, Lieutenant. First Lieutenant.
Thomas Nelson. All right.
Mr. Peyton.
All right. My character's name is James Strachan.
Strachan.
Sorry.
Jeez, Ross,
what's your rank?
name?
I am a lieutenant, second lieutenant.
Oh boy, I
What rank are you?
And what do you do for a living?
He's captain.
Engineer.
Wow.
Engineer, that's right. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see
Follow
here.
his orders if you can figure out
16.
what he say.
16.
High is bad, isn't it?
16.
Or good, depending on your point of view.
James Strachan.
Okay. You are deaf in one ear. Concussion has ruptured your eardrums. Roll me a die. Just any die.
Okay.
Odds or evens?
Odd.
All right, you have ruptured your left eardrum. All listener rolls are reduced by half. You get -1 to your dex because of the damage to your inner ear. That's actually,
-1 to dex.
Yeah,
Boy,
-1 to dex,
those big Bertha shells can be a.
I was an engineer. There's any number of ways this could have happened.
too. Yeah. That's almost. I wish you'd rolled one more. That's so awesome.
A 17?
Yeah, you want to roll 17. Your turn.
Charles
I'm
Hardy.
not sure I believe that.
Second lieutenant, right?
First lieutenant.
First lieutenant.
Please.
Sorry.
12. It's the same as what he had.
Mandible.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's spruce it
Yeah,
up. Let's,
spice
Yeah, no duplicates.
let's not do any duplicates.
Wow.
Wow. You've lost all the mandibles.
20.
There you
Three
go.
rolls.
3 rolls.
3 rolls.
Now you can lose a mandible.
3 rolls. Take all 3 results. 2, 18, and 18.
Yeah.
Burned, and
You're the English patient.
your primary hand is amputated at the elbow. -2 to dex.
Hold on. Primary.
I got off.
Burned and burned.
Okay, what's that do?
-2 to your dex.
Why is this so funny? I'm a horrible person.
-10 to all weapons rolls since you're going to be using your offhand, your whatever hand you are. It's your left. I give you right hand. It's your left hand skill. -10 to any fine manipulation skills, like if you're trying to repair a car or do some.
Now, what about his horrible appearance due to the burn?
And we'll get to that. Cannot use manipulate two-handed object.
Sure.
Okay. The question is do I double up on the burn damage where instead of 1d4 to your appearance, it's 2d4 to your appearance?
Yeah, that's absolutely.
All right,
Horribly burned.
fair enough.
That just seems like simple math.
Anybody got
I don't
something?
think you should
Yeah, I got a
castigate
D4.
them.
Oh, do you got it?
Would you rather roll for something else, so you want burned
no,
and
you take the burn.
something else?
17.
You could get a 19
could get a 17.
or a 20.
I'll roll again just to
right.
get something.
I kind of want to know
I
what
don't want any
17
repeats.
is.
7.
All right.
So wait a minute. Burn.
We'll get to burn. Let me see what 7 is. 7 is lost toes. All right. You're the
Yeah.
same. You've let's see here. Due to frostbite or trauma. Well, wait a minute. Have I got that wrong? No, that's not lost toes. That's lost fingers, I believe. Hold on.
Oh, not the other hand. Oh, no.
Yeah, you've actually lost fingers off the other hand.
Okay.
Well, that's, I mean,
The nickname Slappy.
that is very Klaus von Stauffenberg there.
All right.
Missing a hand and then missing fingers on the other.
There you go.
-1 to your dex to a maximum of 4. Actually, roll me a 10-sided die, please.
30.
3.
Yes.
You've lost 2 fingers.
Yeah.
And the fingers you've lost are your thumb and your middle finger.
That's odd.
Yeah, you're down to pointer,
You can still be in Dio's band.
and wedding band. That's what you got. You got this.
Pointer and thumb pinky.
Be lobster boy.
Pointer and thumb pinky. Yes.
So minus 1 dex. Is there anything else?
Minus 1 dex for each finger, so let's call it minus 2.
He can still be a scout. He can just point.
Minus, I'm going to call that another minus 10 for any fine motor skill manipulation, like you're trying to pick a lock or something.
Writing poetry about the
Yeah, so you've lost 1 arm, you're down to 3 fingers in the other hand. Let's go to burns, shall we?
Sure.
All right. I need a D4. Anybody got a D4 out there?
There's one right there.
All right.
3.
3 to your minus 3 from your appearance. the giggling that's going on. You're a sadist.
War is gentlemanly and
one
honorable.
D4 for dex.
More dex. I'm not going to have any dex left.
I know. 2. It's bad. And war sucks.
So let's see. I am down 6 dex.
Good thing we're safe now.
Hey, at least, it could be worse. We could be enlisted guys in a hospital.
Right there, 14.
14.
Yeah, we are at least
Some down
officers.
at
They
8.
care about us.
Okay. 1D4 minus on your con.
Yeah. We get to go to Downton Abbey
3
to
con.
heal.
3 con. 1D4 from strength.
The drum.
4. Oh, great.
And minus 15 to off any credit rating, disguise, fast talk, or persuade rolls, because you're not looking great. And any vigorous action requires a con times 5 check, because again, you're covered in scar tissue.
Oh, God.
What's the name of whatever's left of you?
Charles Hart.
Charles Hart, first lieutenant.
First lieutenant.
I would like to notice that you left 3 fingers on the one guy in the group who has lockpick skill. Your turn, Dana.
All right, Captain William Boyd.
All right.
Captain William Boyd rolls a 4.
All right. I believe that means soccer is no longer your game.
No.
Yes, sir. Roll me another die, please. Tell me odds or evens.
Odds.
All right, you've lost your left leg below the knee.
Oh, you still got your knee.
Minus 3 to your dex.
You got a peg leg.
You cannot.
That's kinda
run.
cool, actually.
You cannot run, and any vigorous action requires a dex times 5 check, or you fall over. And last but not least, because we haven't forgotten about you, Caleb.
17.
Did you really roll a 17?
It's right there. I
Yeah.
know.
He foreshadowed and everything.
Emasculated.
Yay!
Isn't that more like, yay?
Chap, show me where the armory is. Spot in for a check. Let's see if everything's in working order.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Lady from over there.
What's your guy's name?
Second Lieutenant Fox.
So I'm the highest ranking dude here.
That's his
I'm a
first
captain
name?
too, we're ties.
Edward Fox.
Okay,
Nice.
who's your character?
You better do the talking.
William Boyd, captain.
All right, so
Is Fox first or last name?
Fox's last name.
What's the first name?
Edward.
Edward.
Yeah, I don't think
What was your name again?
military decorum's not going to
William
be at
Boyd.
a high.
now I'm going to point out that this
Oh, you're a captain too.
Yeah.
this isn't merely humiliating. It's
Oh,
also
I know. No, it's not. It's not good in lots of ways.
It's just like you're diapered up. You're diapered up with a lovely dose of vinegar in the bottom of the diaper to control the odor, because peeing is now something that doesn't happen voluntarily.
Is that it?
No piggyback ride.
That is the only thing. If there was a smell roll to detect you coming, you would almost always be detected.
It smells like vinegar, urine, and
By
fat.
the way, roll a d10.
All right.
Oh,
5.
That's your sand loss. Take that right
Yeah,
off.
that'll.
Your turn. Roll a d. What'd you get? Amputated leg. You roll me a d6.
D6. No dice, guys.
That's it.
1.
Oh, you're handling it really well.
Yeah.
You're gonna
lazy to
need I
begin
think
with.
you're going to need a d20 in your current condition. 17.
I started off. Where's my sanity?
75.
75.
yeah.
It's only more than a fifth.
You what did you get? Deaf?
I was deaf, yeah.
Fuck it, roll again. Oh, I'm not letting you just get away with it. No way. No way. Peyton.
Opportunity! 19.
I'm sorry, but
19!
Trick hip.
9. I don't think we've had that before.
I have not had 9. Oh, this is the best. Inoperable shrapnel in skull.
Well, that goes with the hearing loss. It's pretty good.
I'm running to that before I keep myself laughing.
Shrapnel. That's actually, I think, the first album from my high school thrash metals band.
Inoperable shrapnel in skull.
Yep.
-1 to con.
All right.
-10 to know an idea rolls.
Fair enough.
On a failed sand check, roll con ×5 or fall unconscious.
Hey Ross.
That's so much better.
Hey Ross.
That's so-
Guess who played that game before in God's Tea?
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Payback's a bitch.
You're not running this.
I don't give a shit.
give me a D6 there.
Let's see. All right. 3.
Now take 3 sand points off.
All right.
And where you at? What was your damage again?
I had my arm amputated towards my offhand, amputated up to the elbow and the toes.
All right, so give me a D6.
D6? Okay. 3.
All right, and you down there
That's more than
as Captain Assface of the Royal Flying Corps. I'm going to go ahead and call that one a D8.
All right.
You need a D8?
I
got
do
one.
need a D8.
That should be a D20. If that the burns a D20.
I got one.
Bottom jar.
Ow.
It was the burns plus
Three.
the arm
Plus
plus
the fingers.
the fingers.
3.
3. All right.
Actually, I'm kind of like a stiff upper lip.
Okay, of course.
Literally.
It's like I keep saying, like I say that to myself a lot.
you never.
Our
you never
space.
You never wanted. Yeah. Okay. Just seemed appropriate. All right.
That's a little joke.
very, very little.
No, I got a crutch, obviously, right?
Oh yeah.
Which
So do you.
You can use as a weapon.
I don't. What do I need a crutch for?
No, he's got arm, fingers, and burns.
I was just saying.
Walking around.
Am I moving?
Yeah. You,
Am I moving around?
Oh yes, you can still
Well,
walk.
hey, I love
I
soup.
don't know where you'd walk off a cliff, maybe, or
Yeah, no.
perhaps you could find yourself a length of bed sheet and jump out a window.
Or perhaps I'm sure there's an electronic device you could plug in. And
Yes, exactly. This is the modern age. There's all kinds of ways you can dispose of yourself.
Not to make this worse, but if we're in the dark, he can't even talk.
So would they have
No
given me a
input
crutch
whatsoever,
to
right?
take pressure off
Give it
my
a shot,
injured foot?
How's it again?
Would they give me a crutch to take pressure off my injured foot?
Yes.
Okay.
You were probably hobbling around on a
Can
crutch.
you rate that?
I put spikes on my crutch.
Which means that I always...
I put
better with spikes.
sickles. I put sickles on my
So
foot.
what part is burned? Just all over?
I'm guessing the top half.
Okay.
Because you got 2 arms are not doing too good. Yeah, that's the appearance thing. Your junk's probably in pretty good shape.
There you go.
dude, go all two-faced.
I got my junk and I got my lower jaw. I'm all
Yeah, I can
set.
go too fast.
Yeah, you don't.
Two-faced.
You do not have to eat blended. The nurses do not have to blend turnips for you.
They all say, "Hey, I love soup."
Between the 6 of
Why?
us, we can make one whole dude.
Assemble all the bits of these
One
guys
functioning
together.
human
Like
adult.
Voltron. We assemble.
Take the Avengers. Pathetic fucks assemble.
Sorry. Like Thundercats, who's the head? Who's the crotch? Not Caleb. All right, so welcome to Carnby Manor.
This could be worse. We could have been enlisted wounded.
Yeah, there's that problem as well.
Conhee Manor.
Carnby.
Carney Manor.
Apparently, the Carnby family has decided to open up their one of their estates to be used as a convalescent for injured soldiers, officers from the war.
This on down now.
Yeah, down heavy.
So, yes, that's about the size of the structure we're dealing with. They're dealing with a large estate with multiple outbuildings, lots of platforms, the whole 9 yards. The Carnbys are not in residence because they find you all a bit depressing. So they've
Onto the countryside.
They've gone to the country. Well, this is the country. They've just gone to a different part of the country. That doesn't
Where
have
you're
as,
not there.
Yeah, it doesn't have as many guys with gangrenous wounds. And I'm just going to throw this one out for the whole audience.
Come, dear. Let's
My
go.
favorite part, I've been reading this book called Wounded, which is a history of World War I's, the medical service.
That's uplifting.
Right? And it's super uplifting.
It's a beach read.
My least favorite moment has to be the moribund ward, where there's a point where they go, You're not going to make it, and then that's the last time you ever see a doctor because they're so overworked. They can't waste any more time on a guy who's not going to make it. So at that point, the nurses just show up and they just give you your morphine and your food and your bag of lavender. Because everybody's there in the ward with this bag of lavender on the pillow next to them to cover up the smell of their own gangrenous wounds. Because that's what's killing everybody. That's what the moribund ward is all about, is gangrene. And there's stories about like the bag of lavender falls off the pillow and the guy can smell the whole ward and he just starts freaking out. They got to run in and get the bag back on him. And there you go. Here's some morphine. Good night. And it's just, I was like, I could put the scenario there, but I don't see much future in any of that. So,
Does this rag smell like chloroform to you?
anyways, you guys have been here for probably a couple of weeks. You guys are all in the same ward. That is to say, they've taken one room of the house, converted it into a ward. All 6 of you are in there in beds. You have been sort of, made aware of what this place is like. You're all fairly mobile, so you've been able to get around the place reasonably well, get onto the grounds, that kind of thing. It is, of course, there are any number of doctors who are in there who are attempting to either find some way of reintroducing you into society or to your families. But that's not going real well for you guys. For various reasons. Perhaps you're... I just realized that the 12-sided die is actually a 4-sided die just with Roman numerals, because I'm an idiot. Anyways, some of your families have not adjusted well to your new condition and are perhaps unthrilled with the idea of getting to water you twice a day or spoon feed you, pureed turnips.
Fair weather family.
And there's that problem where Ross just keeps, belting out Tourette things in the middle of dinner, because of his brain injury.
The guys is coming!
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So...
Cabbage grape's coming off the brine,
I was thinking more about just yelling out, titty sprinkles, right in the middle of dinner. And this is the end of the Victorian era. Nobody wants to hear about.
This is like that time I open mouth kissed that horse.
Great.
It was only on there.
Are you just gonna start randomly reading things out of like the Francis E. Deck collection or something? Radio robot, gangster, monster, computer, communist radio.
Just see what chatbot.
I once knew a girl from Muncie. She had eyes like rutabagas.
Anyways,
Your character on.
you guys at some point, however, are taken an interest in by a new doctor on the ward. Dr. Theodorakis. He's a Greek. And Dr. Nicholas Theodorakis comes in and, checks you guys out and eventually we'll be coming by and sort of one at a time talking to you about your condition. And he actually had the nurses sort of bring you guys together for the purpose of bringing some of the more unfortunate cases into one ward, because Dr. Theodorakis seems to think that he may have some new surgical techniques that may be able to assist you with your situations. There's some there are some surgical ways that he believes that he can correct some of these injuries. Are you familiar with the concept of grafting?
So, medicine check.
Go ahead.
or idea, or knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Nope. Oh, nope, 10
Ooh,
fail.
I know all about it.
I impaled that.
You impaled your knowledge roll.
Yeah.
Well, if you could write something on your you can share it by writing it down.
Actually, I'm going to, and I'm going to try to make it really.
All right, go ahead and make an English roll. You've got high English. You should be able to.
And not quite. Oh, 2 away from an impale on that.
All right.
I got it.
You maybe you throw out something about was it Mendel who did the grafting that they all you might remember from that, but that's plants, not people.
Actually, like it's pretty much like, but that's plants like people. Like what hoe is this?
Well,
actually throw.
Dr. Tedorakis assures you that this is an experimental option, but for the situations that you're in, I thought perhaps you would be willing to consent to something that would offer you some slim hope of regaining more of a normal life.
Where do you get the parts?
Well, you'll. He says that
well, come on.
the war.
This is the Great War. There's
the war
lots of
seems to be
parts.
providing them almost non-stop. There is that.
I'll write that down. Like the war provides.
I will point out that Dr. Tedorakis is a swarthy, dark-haired man with a Greek accent, not a tow-headed fellow with an American, perhaps New England accent. He's not from.
He's proper Greek.
Yeah.
He's not from the Canadian Expeditionary Force. No, not at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is inspired by the Mary Shelley book.
Well, he would say if you said that, he would say not inspired by Shelley's speculations have just finally been caught up with by certain new technologies.
Namely,
Technologies that I have pioneered of transplanting organs and limbs.
And what has been your success rate, Doctor?
Well, we've had a lot
Don't
of
ask
success
silly
with
questions.
animals.
What? No, it's like, well, what were your test subjects?
Dogs, primates.
And
Out of character, is there like something I need to sign?
Pretty much
My character goes over, signs it, then returns to his bed, and then begins trying to burrow a hole in the wall that he's been staring at for the past.
Yeah, also I'll write down message because writing's one thing I'm good at.
Okay.
So I'll sign up. You bet.
What are you planning to graft to me? I mean, because I'm not missing something. I've got an extra little
Well, I believe that
passenger.
I believe that with these new techniques, I can also extract the injured tissue and replace it with tissue that is not damaged.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't like screaming at night and during the day.
He's like, oh, well, that'll be like
Headaches.
Yeah, it's something almost.
he's talking about brain surgery. That's like outlandish, isn't it, at this point?
How would you know?
Actually, like, now with that knowledge roll, actually, I'll say
Lobotomies were happening.
I'll say the ancient Egyptians did it thousands of years ago.
Yeah, that's just
We
like
have machines that can fly through the air.
Yeah,
What?
And I flew them.
it's the new age. Haven't you seen the telephone?
It's the new age.
And I'd like to get
Do
back
we
in
have
the
to
air.
sign something? Because
You can just.
I'll be just
put a-
like, you can't see it, but I'm giving you the finger.
Would it be out to say that, because I guess with
I don't have a
a
thought.
regimental medical officer for that, it would be basically just field operations. They wouldn't have anything.
No,
like,
you would have actually been a doctor yourself,
A doctor.
like a fresh out of med school doctor.
Okay, so I would kind of ask.
So you're the only person here who could possibly.
I was going to ask there. Well, what about any kind of potential rejection? Are you worried about? Are you even coding it by ABO for
Of
the
course.
websites?
Of course.
So,
He's a doctor.
what? But you really haven't told it. What is the percentage of success rate on test subjects?
Well, I understand how you feel. While you might have some questions, why don't we arrange to have you guys brought down to the building that I'm using for my surgery, and you can take a look at some of the animals that we've been successful with.
Sounds good.
Sand
that's
checks
fair.
coming.
I'll clear my schedule.
All right.
No foreshadowing.
Essentially, what happens is he arranges for those of you who do not have both sets of feet to
Be wheeled out.
be wheeled out in wheelchairs. So as a couple orders come, to take you and push across the lawn in one of those crazy wooden wicker wheelchairs that seem to be so popular in the 19th, early 20th century. The kinds of things that chase you down hallways and down staircases. Yeah.
The smell really soaks in.
Yeah.
That's why I got to go wicker. Chair history.
No, they have a chair for him, and they don't want to. That's his chair.
That's true.
Yeah, can I be wheeled too, just
I would
for
point
sorrow?
Out that as far as Caleb goes, whatever he sits on now belongs to him. Kind of like a cat.
Any chance it was Mars?
Mine now.
Go ahead and make me a no roll.
Heard of this guy?
Off 100?
Yeah, it was going to have to be a low roll. Ooh.
That is a low roll,
All right.
sir.
Yes, you have.
Okay. Good.
You would have heard of this guy. He turns up you've heard of him, but he turns up pre Salonica Front. He actually turns up as a volunteer when the Entente powers go into the Dardanelles, into Gallipoli in 1915. Greece doesn't actually enter the war until much later. Until I think they're manipulated into it by deposing the prime minister and all that kind of nonsense. Something like 1916 or something, or maybe 17. But one has to wonder what that music is. I understand the vibration from the train.
What music?
Going by. No, that's a good point.
You're hearing music?
Apparently, I took a blow to the head earlier today, and now I just hear music. It sounds like the piping of the spheres. Perhaps the work of Azathoth calls to
We
me.
probably could close.
Why does
the doors
Azathoth
to
sound
see
like easy listening?
But you would have heard of him insofar as
No, the doors.
he would have been for some reason he just came across your you would remember him from stories of miraculous surgeries of people saved from injuries that seemed to be absolutely life ending. He is particularly known for having managed to save certain patients that were septic, that were gangrenous.
Okay.
And he does it through surgery by removing the gangrenous tissue. And the idea of removing septic tissue in the torso seems a little odd, but apparently he's been able to accomplish that. There was a particularly you would have heard of it in relation to to a British general who was injured in Gallipoli and by shell fire, and whose life was saved by this guy.
Okay.
That he's all the way back in England would suggest that he has leapfrogged through patronage since having restitched the guts of whatever general officer that was, and landed himself here instead of in Flanders or Salonica Front or someplace like that.
So, do we know if would I know if he has published anything prior to the war,
Go
the
ahead
Great
and
War?
make a no roll.
Okay. 11.
Okay. How's your Greek?
Non-existent. So, yeah.
If he published anything, it wasn't in English.
Okay.
His English is quite good, though. Possibly because if you're going to study medicine, you're going to have to read English because the Brits are at one of the cutting edges. They're the Germans.
Yeah. So, well, actually, in that case, even if I know that, did he study in Greece, or was he? Did he actually go abroad to Oxford or some other place? So?
He says that he studied in Greece, and he also studied in Constantinople and in the Greek areas of the Ottoman Empire. There's a number of the coast of Anatolia is covered with Greek cities, like Smyrna, I think, is one of them. That's not going to be so hot in 1920 when they're all kicked out,
Yeah.
But at the time, there are these Greek cities on the Turkish coast that are left over from, basically Alexander the Great. But he had studied there. He'd also studied in Vienna. That's where his resume is. Southeastern Europe.
Yeah, he's just traveling about everywhere else and picking up skills.
Well, I mean, he's not a.
Plateau of Lang, yes. Did his residency in
This is not a snake oil salesman. He's the real deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's been, his arrival at the hospital has been only a couple of weeks ago, but and he has spent that time setting up shop and sort of picking out the patients who he thought might be motivated.
Have the nurses been speaking of him in a positive manner over the past couple of weeks? Excited that he arrived, or have they been like, "Oh no, this asshole's in town"?
He brought some of his own staff with him.
Oh, here we go.
He
Always a good sign.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
He looks trustworthy.
But and he has set up his own surgery separate from. But every time he's been involved with surgeries that have happened here or care in the facility, he's performed extremely well. Certainly, there's no question about his competency.
Well, if First Lieutenant Nelson signs the paper, I'll sign the paper.
I'm signing the paper.
What?
I don't know what we're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
am I under yet? Like, do I need to find my own anesthetic? Because I will do that.
Will this hammer do?
All right. Caleb chokes himself out and falls over, crotch crater up so they can.
Yeah, best case scenario, I die. I mean, worse. Sorry.
I do ask him if it's okay to postpone signing the waiver until I see his results.
Sure.
So.
Absolutely.
Yes, let's go take a walk. I will.
Or a roll, as the case may be.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't mimicking writing, so I was thinking.
Now, can these wheelchairs be operated by itself, or do you need someone to push?
You can. They're not a modern wheelchair, but you can roll.
But it's a little bit of a struggle.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so no power steering on this.
All right.
They're also. My understanding is that they're also sort of they're balanced in a way that there's more weight on the front wheels than there are in the modern wheelchairs that seem to put the weight to the back. So they are slow and cumbersome. If you're going across the lawn, someone's pushing you.
Yeah,
If you're going around in a room.
I gotcha. All right, not the best.
All right.
I'm not pushing you.
So, anyways, you get to his surgery, and what he has done is convert this cottage that's part of is probably living quarters to the groundskeepers or whoever who took care of the grounds of the estate, which are quite extensive. But it's got this sort of thatched roof stone wall kind of quaint rural British cottage thing going on. Probably what Tolkien was thinking of when he made all the houses in Bag's End. The interior of the place has clearly had some renovation. You guys brought in, and he has brought in electric lights in here, as well as oil backups. But he's got electricity in this place for lighting up the circuit.
Does the manor not have electricity? Does the manor have?
The manor is electrified.
Okay.
But when you guys were moving from the aid station to the casualty clearing station on your way. As you move further and further away from the front, you were outside most of the time. When you might have lost your leg at the aid station right there in the trenches where they just sawed that sucker off right there in order to get a way to stop the bleeding of a particularly mangled artery. There's and then there's that cool thing where they have to chase the rats away from the pile of amputated limbs.
Nice.
Yeah. If you're really lucky, you were at the aid station where the guy had brought a couple of ferrets with him from England, and the ferrets were let loose in the aid station and killed the rats. which weirdly kept the
Height of cleanliness.
Yes, especially with those.
It's Ricky Tikki Tavi's first job.
That's why he's so.
You have to start at the bottom.
This is your
You got to work your way up to Cobras.
He's a snake hunter.
And then they got dogs for the parents when they got out of hand.
Yeah, then they had to bring in a badger, and then possibly a Wolverine.
It was totally uncooperative.
Then they released a Bengal tiger into the surgery just to clear out the wolf.
God, that sounds like a Monty Python sketch where he just keeps ramping up.
Just keeps escalating until,
So then they have to
you
bring
brought a tank with a shark in it.
and then they bring in a hunter with a rifle.
Yeah.
And then to kill that hunter, they call him like a predator.
Wait, why did you kill the hunter?
Getting out of hand.
He just kept shooting things. It's what they do.
Yeah.
Can't argue with their natures. But anyways, he's got a surgery table up here, complete with it's a steel table, complete with drains and the whole 9 yards. There's
Hop on.
Looks very modern.
there's the gear. There's all the appropriate sterilization gear. I'm forgetting the name of the device that steams, forceps and scalpels and all that kind of stuff. Autoclave. So he's got all that good stuff. Now, on the other hand, there's no end of shelving that he's brought in here that's filled with medical books and chemicals and bottles of what's it and who's it and all over the place.
But it's all very state of the art for the times.
Yes, and
So it looks legit.
it looks legit. You're identifying things like containers of chloroform.
Where are these animals they would speak?
So,
Well,
anesthetics or
he shows you one of the latest successes. I guess I'm just going to go ahead and say everybody make a sand roll.
That's fair.
I make it.
What do you got to make under?
Oh, I failed.
made it.
Made it.
I failed. How much do I lose?
Nope.
Okay.
So eager.
If you fail, you lose 1.
All right, let me make a con check.
Okay.
Monkeys pass
You're
out.
so happy.
I just want to make sure. Oh, I make that though.
Okay.
Oh my god, the monkey's
You
got
feel,
a trunk.
you feel a little dizzy,
Yeah.
but none of bad happens. It's worth a standpoint because in some ways it almost looks like maybe you could just disbelieve it. But what he's got a kennel out back with these dogs. Not big ones, small ones like terriers and things like that. They all have various color patterns, a black one, a white one, something with like kind of a Jack Russell thing going on. But they all look like mutts insofar as, they're not purebreds because they have characteristics of different kinds of dogs, except the characteristics stop in straight lines. Like, there's a black furred, pair of legs on a white furred Scotty.
Like sawed in half and pasted together.
Yeah. There's a,
Mr. Potato.
there's some sort of, white furred head on some sort of a tanned, mixed breed dog body, and it just right
Converted
across.
the organic into Lego.
Yeah.
He's going to do great during the freestyle dog grooming show.
Plug and play.
He's really going to clean up in that category.
Now, I can't remember what your injuries were.
Oh, my injury, I lost my toes and my arm, my offhand up to my elbow.
Okay. Well, the animals seem skittish, and they don't really want to. They're in cages. They back up. When people come in, they do not hug the door and jump up like animals hoping to be adopted. But Dr. Theodorakis reaches into one of the cages and scruffs this dog and pulls it out and invites you to come closer. And as he pulls the fur away from, you can see that there's a section of fur that is shorter than the rest, where it's just growing back. And as he pulls that fur away, you can see a scar around various limbs or around the neck of these animals. It seems to match up with the rather shocking changes in color.
How long have how long have these been animals in recovery since the surgery?
You're not seeing Frankenstein stitches. You're not seeing separating laudable pus coming out of these injuries. In fact, you don't even see what's that kind of raised scars that you get from can't remember what it's called.
Laparoscopics.
Yeah, the kind of things that like Burns calls those.
Yeah.
So it's everything's very clean.
It's very clean. There's
Healing.
It almost looks like. The scars look like what would you imagine if like you took a really soft pat of butter and you drew a knife through it and it just it opened and closed right away, so you can see the line where maybe
just a
the
very
knife passed.
thin almost.
But you don't see the scars from where the skin has been pulled together and forced together using stitches. You don't see wide scars where there was an infection that later turned into was eventually fought off but left a big ragged scar or something like that. If these were wooden toys assembled, cut on a lathe,
You're pegging something in.
Yeah.
So, how this? It's like this shouldn't even be. It looks like he was already part of the animals. The animal.
Well, he assures you that this is not, that he did not merely score the animals with a scalpel and allow
We
them
can
to
clearly
heal.
see that.
Well, no.
You know.
So, but what about their constitutions? What was the recovery time? Are they eating, drinking normally?
Well, he says yes, that they are eating and drinking normally.
Can we see this done?
I volunteer.
We're about to.
Should I laudanum myself?
On an
or-
animal. On an animal.
Yeah.
Doctor, I haven't eaten in days, so I'm ready now. Can we?
Lost your appetite, did you?
Yeah.
But no, this just.
I'll just go
defies logic.
shave, and I'll just get you ready. You come in when you're good to go.
I sense some urgency to this issue.
I'm like Bill Murray at the dentist's office in Little Shop of Horrors. I'm really fucking excited to get started.
All right. He says, well,
I'm sold.
actually seeing he says these techniques are proprietary. I'm not sure that I want to share everything that I'm doing with a fellow doctor who would be able to apprehend and understand what I'm doing in a way that might allow you to build on my work in a way that I'm not
show
prepared
someone
to
else.
allow.
Sir, I can absolutely assure you that my concern is for the welfare.
If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it.
No, it's for the welfare of the patient,
you
not
can't say
making money.
if one man wants to do it, then let him.
On the other hand, I'm certainly willing to, if you want to wait a little while, I can certainly demonstrate the results with a couple of, I can arrange to get a couple of new dogs in here. I'd prefer not to continue switching parts back and forth between the animals that I've worked on. But
What? You've switched these limbs multiple times?
no, I've only done it once. I would prefer not to do it again and again.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that might traumatize the animal into
Yes.
a point where the animal would be no longer.
Can I make a psychology roll on the animals?
Sure.
I'm not that it's, I don't know if they'd be zoology or psychology, but you said
You
they
can
seem
try
strange.
psychology.
I don't make it. So I suck.
Would I be able to as well? Or?
Everybody can if they want.
That's what sure for that.
Can I make a 10?
Yep.
Nope.
Oh my god. If I only roll a 10,
I make it.
roll a 6.
I'm sure it's ladies and
What'd you
gentlemen.
roll?
23.
You rolled 6 out of 10? Mm-hmm. Well, I thought psychology was 5. What was your psychology skill?
Psychology is at 10.
No, it's at 5.
Is it at 5?
Yeah,
You're at 5.
it's
You
5
missed
days.
by 1.
I made it. I got a 51 and I rolled a 23.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, so close.
You are seeing you're seeing animals that are agitated. They're certainly agitated by his presence. The person they're concerned about, and monkeys are clearly now not their favorite. Hairless talking monkeys are now not their favorite creatures. But at the same time, they're not demonstrating that kind of. This might be outside your. This might be outside your exact experience, but animals get stressed out, they do things like pull the fur out and self-mutilate and things like that. And you're not seeing signs of that. You're not seeing signs where they're worried, maybe at the surgical locations, or pulled out their fur, like birds rip their feathers out, things like that.
Do they react more negatively to the doctor than they do to us?
Yeah. But at the same time, I mean, when he pulled that dog out, the dog whined and whimpered and definitely shook.
Didn't piss itself.
Nope.
Okay.
Because that would be a bridge too far.
I'm still sold.
Caleb pissed himself. He was so excited.
I am right now.
Just
Constantly.
going. It sounds like an open faucet.
This seems like a very un-Christian thing to do.
Are you ready? I think.
Says the guy with a penis.
Let each man.
Yeah, you guys can be as skeptical as you want, as long as you don't ruin it for me. I'm in. All in.
And I'm in.
Yeah.
I want to not have metal in my skull. It's weird, I know.
Like that.
Metagaming much. Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's just wait till they release me and I can go find a web.
I'm not signing the form.
so
Lieutenant Nelson signs it.
How long would it take to get him taken care of?
What's the baseline for surgery and recovery time?
I want to start off with one of you. I feel that we could probably. It's going to take a certain amount of time to acquire the part. Obviously,
Does he get to pick it out of a lineup?
I don't. That will not be possible. But once the organ is acquired, then we can start almost immediately. The actual procedure itself is not going to take more than about. Now, granted, that is an area where there's an enormous amount of vascularity and vascular tissue, so it's going to be very delicate work to reconnect all the blood supply. But I would give it about 6 to 8 hours to complete the surgery. Recovery, matter of days. We'll have to keep an eye on infection, and we'll have to eventually just pass some water through it, as it were, make sure that everything works. But I'd say it may take several days, though, to acquire the appropriate tissue.
Still good.
whatever it takes, Doctor.
All right. Fantastic.
I mean, for me, do you even need... Well, I guess you need to find tissue for all of us.
Well, there is going to need some... we're also going to need to have you guys take blood types. We're going to have the tissue type.
We should have already have our blood type.
Exactly. As long as we have access to your files, we should be able to get you properly tissue matched to the appropriate donors. Then it's just a matter of my contacts with the Army Medical Corps to find a fresh enough tissue for the surgeries. So this is not something we will be able to just start on immediately today, but
Start digging for the dung pile.
we will start. Yes, we'll start going through the bins out back of the surgery and see what's been thrown away this week.
Throw it onto the pile, sir.
Kick those ferrets off.
Forgive my ignorance. Is first lieutenant a higher rank or a lower
First
rank than
is
second?
first is higher than second. Second is the lowest. Then it's first. Then captain.
All right. I knew captain was above.
Wait. Oh, I've got one. It's been... Oh, that's a ferret. No, never mind.
They're everywhere.
It's a weasel. That's close.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be orbiting a turn.
I was really hoping for something more like an otter, but I'll take a weasel.
I don't have any problem with maggots, though. They're good.
No, they're fine.
Best friends.
So, do you guys go ahead and sign your consent form?
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Actually, I think he already did.
Underlining my name.
Would you like to
Are highlighters invented at this point in history?
Put your mark on it. Perhaps dip your finger in the inkwell and go.
I can sign for you.
I might be able to sign something.
I just lost a lower leg. I don't think I'm doing it.
All right. You figure that the stump will be just fine.
It's better than, whatever.
Surgery's
Surgery's not a small thing, and
Nope. No, it's not.
Well, like as I
What a
write down, as I
lovely
write down, like,
privilege to
And,
have.
and I'm
I'll write down,
okay.
like,
So
Your
I'll write
nice,
down-
manly leg
and I'll
loss.
write down like I respect your decision, but butt face.
But face.
but I'm good.
All right.
Do I have to make a roll to make my signature legible?
No.
Don't buy you a pint of bitter and Hubs for pissing
So-
yourself.
But that's fine. He says, we'll just, you'll be returned to one of the other wards and continue your physical therapy, getting to learn how to use those crutches. Dancing was obviously not part of your lifestyle.
Oh, but I think I'm going to stick with the one leg.
All right. Rather than take the chance of coming
Well,
back
hey,
with
if it's fixed,
literally 2 left feet.
I'm going to pass.
We got a tissue type.
I'm going to pass on the Migo pots.
I have slightly,
I just
different,
think- I don't
I have
think
slightly
we
different theory.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I just think realistically,
I-
now with just the low leg, I think it'll be all right.
Honestly, I have my suspicions, but I cannot deny the results. I would ask just for a caveat that if this should work, I want to be able to return to medicine and assist and learn how to assist in these.
Interesting. Well, then I'll have to admit that the injuries that you've had are actually far easier to acquire the appropriate tissue for than
I would assume so, but with unfortunately with
perhaps.
even a
Perhaps
certain
you would like to. Perhaps you would go first. If I can, really, it's a matter of what we can acquire quick enough.
On the table, lefty.
Yeah, so I'm signing up for a while. So if you could,
yeah. So
I just
I
need brain tissue or whatever.
if this helps out the process with those others, I cannot deny the results.
Oh, yeah, my ears
You've been
gone,
forthcoming
too.
as much as you can. So if you're willing to share this knowledge, I'm willing to proceed.
All right. Now, it was your right hand was missing or your left?
It'd be offhand, so left
Left hand.
And toes.
and toes.
And you had the brain damage, and you were missing your mandible. You were
And I'm
missing-
deaf
Just a
in one
lower
ear.
leg.
What?
I'm deaf in one.
What?
Damn it.
You're well. We know.
Everyone knows.
Everyone knows. And
He's
you
a
missed
Disaster.
your
Arm burned.
and it was right arm and
Right
like
arm,
butter.
2 fingers, and burned.
okay.
How's brain transplant research going? That might be a better option.
Yeah. Well, let's just say I watched a lot of Peter Cushing Hammer horror movies last
Nice.
month.
Yes.
A whole lot of Dr. Frankenstein. And I think we
love
have a way to fix
Frankenstein.
this. I want to know what was going on in Frankenstein Created Woman, where they go into the lab, and to power the lab, there are these. They're in an apartment. They're in an apartment in. Bavaristadt, whatever fake Eastern European country they're
You're
in.
going to lose your security deposit.
And they
Only people
go
have
and
the
there's
grid.
like this generator, but attached to the generator are these 3 giant prongs, like the control rods from a reactor, right? And there's a scene where Cushing and the other doctor get together, and as they're about to power up all the...
So we have nuclear powered Frankenstein.
And, well, he's going to make a force field before the whole fucking thing is over. But, this is amazing. He makes a force field, and his first thing is like, nothing can penetrate it. We can trap a human soul inside it. And I'm thinking, you made a force field. Why are you not selling this to every military on the European continent? Right?
beyond your wildest
Trapping souls is way more.
I'm thinking the Tsar might be willing to make you an offer on that, and so, but literally they're in an apartment, right? They're in an apartment, and as they hook up this generator, it's on a miniature ore cart track, right? So it moves back and forth across the room, and there are these prongs in the end, and they go and they open up a safe vault. And inside is this weird ore, and they push use the hand crank, and then the ore cart with the thing on it and the prongs goes into the safe they've opened and sticks the rods into the ore, and then all of a sudden the lights come on, and I'm like, this is in your apartment? You have a uranium mine in your apartment. You just open this door, and there's a load of, I don't know what, that they're sticking the rods in.
You have pile 1 sitting in your apartment.
Yeah,
Why are you not
and
using
it's upstairs. It's upstairs in a rooming house. I'm like, I'm not sure I'm buying that out. I think this is the sort of shit that needs a castle and a fucking basement. All right, this is not something you keep in a loft. All right? You know, you do not have a tank with a guy's mummified body floating it in a bed sit. You know? That just doesn't make any sense to me.
Talking about it makes the bed and breakfast even more memorable.
Yeah, well, it would be memorable. All right. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So let's see how many days it takes. Oh, wow. They are efficient. All right. So, a day later, our doctor comes to you guys and
Back in the ward, right?
yeah, you guys are back in your ward. You've been moved out of the ward.
I'm not in the ward with them?
You're not part of the program.
Want me to go get some drinks?
If you would like to go get some drinks,
Where do you get drinks here?
there is behind the front desk. There's this little, snack food area.
Yeah, I'll find it.
You can buy drinks.
What do you got? What do you want?
Just a Mountain Dew would be just fine. It's a traditional. We're going to a Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Two
Or
Mountain
die,
Dews.
or die Mountain
You want?
Dew.
I'm good with water. I can just get that.
Coke Zero.
2 Mountain Dews, Coke Zero.
Any caffeine.
I need
Right
caffeine.
one.
Yeah.
3 Mountain Dews.
All right.
3 Mountain Dews, Coke
Some
Zero.
Doritos. Game and fuel.
Orange whip. Orange whip.
Three orange whips.
3 orange whips.
We're in a truck.
So, the doctor comes back and says, the next day, says, well, we have been able to make some phone calls, and I have been able to talk to some facilities, and we are going to be able to find tissue donors to begin working on all of you for each of your issues starting tomorrow. My only question is who wants to go first?
I'm
I can run. I run forward.
Okay.
Yeah, hand up.
somehow diving onto the back of the surgical table.
Yeah.
Like, ready!
He puts his legs in the stirrups. He's ready to go. He's ready to give
I can
birth
have,
to,
I can have a couple more seizures. It's fine.
Okay, I'll go second.
And also automatically with the dog.
I'll wait to see who go first, and then I'll go third.
All right. So, terrific. You are shaved. Orderly shave you. You are scrubbed. You are covered in isopropyl alcohol or whatever that. What's that stuff? Iodine, probably is what they're sorting you out with. Is that stuff so they can see where they applied the antiseptic. I guess that's why the iodine has that stain in it. So yep, we definitely put it there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's clean.
Manage it. This will sting a lot.
All right. Now, no, the rest of you don't get to stand in there and watch it happen. Because, again...
I wasn't
Well,
asking.
medical private. Well, I probably would be the only one who would have asked.
Do I
So.
get
But-
chance to do some research?
The Manor does, in
have
fact,
a
have a
library?
library in it, but what are you hoping to look up?
Well, I know this guy, and I check out his credentials or make some phone calls to the home office.
Phone calls are tough because there's probably only one phone in this whole building. There's not multiple lines. The nurses would probably shoo you away. This is the age of letter writing.
Can I threaten them with my connections?
With your horrible scars.
Yes, my horrible scars.
You've got 3 fingers. You threatened to bowl their heads.
I'm like,
Witness me.
you really want me to write a letter?
Oh dear. Actually, that's.
We'll dictate.
Go ahead and roll persuade roll. That's
actually pretty good.
That's actually a pretty good argument. I'm going to actually let you roll a straight up persuade roll.
Where the hell is persuade?
Right hand side.
What am I missing? No, it's right there. Just missed it.
All right. There is sort of a, oh dear, yes. Well, certainly one of the sisters would be happy to come by and take any dictation if you send something.
What's her? Is she? It's classified material. Is she cleared for that?
No. I know. And within minutes, you have a typewriter.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Ching.
Oh,
It's like Archie and Annabelle.
oh, mistake. Get the correction tape. Damn it, I can't hold on to it.
So I imagine I got 2 or 3 days before it's my turn.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll write a letter. You know,
You'll get it back after the surgery. Whatever you do, don't let him touch you. The man's a butcher. He's the devil himself. Oh, good. Me and my new pink complexion are glad to know this information.
Well,
now.
it took 2 days, and all the surgeries are done.
yes. So as best I can, I write out a letter asking for his credentials and papers and whatnot.
All right, if you go ahead and write to the Army Medical Corps, or anybody you need your contacts, and you'll have some that you can draw on, and you get that going. In the meantime, later that first day, after Caleb's wheeled out, they, basically like I said, covered in iodine, and then they put that little cottony, frame thing over your face and start dripping the ether into it.
Lovely.
That's why you got to use electric lights.
You know, like
Because
the
if
old
you got ether with the oil lamps,
Yeah. Boom.
yeah, it
What's
goes
the movie that they
badly.
based the Metallica music video on? What was it? Johnny Got His Gun? Or
I don't know.
okay,
The way I see this, 2/3, I'm good. It works. Great. I die. All right.
This blue chimps anyways. So.
It doesn't work, and I experience pain. But
So it's-
what's pain anymore?
It's fully functional.
Maybe you won't have to wet yourself all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe, worst case scenario, you'll get a schwanz. That,
Yeah, I got nothing to lose here.
yeah.
It's fully functional, but permanently numb.
Oh. Constant tingling sensation.
It's going to be prehensile. It's going to be prehensile. There's almost no doubt it's going to be.
Is that if I roll an impale?
gotcha.
Like
No.
a crit success?
You didn't. I got your water anyway.
okay.
Water.
So?
Did you kill a man?
Basically, what happens is they drop the ether on you. You go sleepy bye-bye times, and they
thank you.
they wheel him back into the.
Who else?
Word with you
Caleb
guys.
needed caffeine.
Yeah, caffeine.
Mr. Toms, go ahead and give me a luck roll.
No, I'm by myself,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you're out with the rest of it.
No, you keep in mind. That's all right. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Luck roll.
I think you'll get it later. You're supposed to get
Oh, I'm,
For that guy.
I'm sorry. I got your Mountain Dew, I think.
There are 3 Mountain Dews. I have one.
Can we grab a
Clancy has
Coke
one.
Zero?
Caleb has one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I suck.
That's fine.
Luck roll made it.
All right, go ahead and give me a spot hit, please.
Oh, this is my jam right here.
That's why you roll a 99.
Made it.
Okay, you see them return him to the hospital. I mean, to the ward.
And he's out.
He's out. He's, just, he appears to be breathing.
I check him out.
If you
Oh, not dead. I'm down to a 50-50. Money Hall game.
he.
Sorry, I forgot that buddy.
Door number 1 or door number 2?
They see that they bring him right back in, and it's like, well, he needs to go back to his ward, safe rest, and maybe you stick your head next to his chest, or put that mirror, that mirror.
I wanna look under the
port in
blanket.
so you can-
Or the spoon right underneath.
the sisters will stop you from checking his junk out, but as far as whether he's alive or not, yes, you can determine that very easily. And he's
As long as I see the doctor, like, okay, yeah, don't.
don't look under there. Don't touch it. It's still hungry. I mean,
But he's alive and all. He's breathing. He looks fairly normal.
Yeah.
What?
actually, I tell you what, you've seen people come out of surgery, and what happens when you come out of surgery this day and age is you come out pale.
Yeah.
Because ghost.
Blood loss.
A lot of blood loss.
He looks pink.
That's a really good doctor. I got a great feeling about this.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yep. So,
Does he smell of the smell of vinegar and urine gone? And
he does smell a little bit. He does smell.
Iodine.
I smell like iodine.
Antiseptics.
Go ahead and make an idea roll. Get a good sniff of that ether. Yeah. Does this blanket smell like ether?
I did not make the idea roll.
Okay, that's basically.
I am going to try to. I want to try one more thing before. And then I want to try to persuade the nurse into showing me what's under the blanket because I'm his commanding. I'm his commanding officer.
You're going to have to impale that roll because
All right.
we are talking about the Edwardian age.
Yep.
We want to see if he can salute.
We're talking about Pekka, damn it.
You can't ask, does this linden tree smell like cum? Okay? Are you familiar with that?
Yeah,
That sketch?
yes.
Yeah, you can't do it. All right. What was the point of being Victorians if Queen Victoria's going to sidle up and ask, do you smell cum? There's this Mitchell and Webb, these British
I love that
Yeah, that's what I saw.
and there's this one sketch where Queen Victoria's they're at a park and the American ambassador's giving a linden tree and they're putting up this linden tree and it's distinctive odor and Queen Victoria's like, pardon me, ambassador, and goes over to her prime minister and says, Mr. Ambassador, Mr. Prime Minister, do you smell cum? And he's like, what? He's like, do you smell cum? There's an extremely strong odor of cum. I think it might be the tree. And she's like, Your Majesty, the tenor of this whole conversation is completely wrong. He's like, what do you mean? It's a perfectly valid observation. It's like, isn't that an amusing wheel on the penny farthing bicycle? That's a valid observation. Can you smell cum? Is the end of bloody Victorian civilization. I mean, look at me, this big beard and this big hat and this, I'm wearing gloves in the summer. And I can't turn around in my house without fear of knocking little doily things off of small tables all over the place. I mean, this whole society was your goddamn idea. And what is the point? What is the point of being Victorians if Queen Victoria can just sidle up and say, do you smell cum? It's just David Mitchell just doing one of those things where he just throws a fit in some situation. This is the same guy who brings us the sketch where the two Nazi generals come into Admiral Donit's office and say, Admiral, 2 hours ago our beloved Fuhrer committed suicide.
First was like,
That's terrible. And you, Admiral Donitz, have been named the new Fuhrer. And there's a moment of silence, and then Donitz jumps up and
in your face!
He's like, woo, in your face, Gary! Woo! Oh, this is great. I've got so many plans. He's got a drawer filled with plans. I've got great ideas for the Third Reich, and then there's explosions and plaster and it's falling out of the ceiling while he's opening the plans up.
I like when they just said, we have a couple of points. Here's General Eisenhower's telephone number. This is the English form, we give up. And here's an assessment of our military situation in one rude word.
You've kind of taken the wind out of myself with that, haven't you? Sorry. We didn't need to. But could you give me just one Hail Donuts before just so I can say
Hail donuts.
It's just thanks, guys. Just the sad moment of congratulations. You're going to be Fuhrer for about
2 seconds.
Exactly.
No, he calls his wife.
Calls his wife. It's a great opportunity, honey. I've got to take it. My favorite thing is just the way the plaster keeps falling out of the ceiling during the conversation, and at some point he's like, "Oh, wait a minute! Is this a trick you guys play on all the new Fuhrers?" More plaster, more bombs. No.
The two SS officers.
Make the call.
Oh yeah, the two SS officers with talking about their uniforms. Have you noticed our hats have skulls on them? The front. Are we the baddies?
Do you think we can be the bad guys? I mean, who has a skull on their head?
Yeah. Who has a
Mitchell and Webb are brilliant, and they're brilliant. And the funniest thing is, they'll actually they have a homeopathic hospital sketch where people are coming in with car accident injuries and they're mixing water with arsenic, and for some reason nobody ever lives at homeopathic hospitals. Anyways, they wheeled. All right, you failed to convince her to let the
viewing.
Let the captain examine the troops.
Now, they just take him away upstairs, and he is wheeled into his ward. You guys all see him be wheeled in, and they put him by the window and lots of sun, lots of direct sunlight. Make sure.
So when I was gone, are they taking these guys one at a time at this point?
Well, that's the one for today. We're not doing
okay.
anymore.
So one guy get taken already. I understand.
There's only one man. I mean, come on.
All right.
I don't want to have it be an assembly operation.
Man,
Yeah.
we haven't established that yet.
What are you guys talking about?
You know, all those dogs are just going to form into another surgeon. That really, the split dogs are running the show, and not this Greek doctor. He's clearly some sort of fucking Muppet hand puppet that they're just all operating.
So we have Canine Tron to blame for our
You weren't
vote.
watching The Thing, were you, when you wrote this? You were like watching the kennel scene?
Certainly not.
All right, see, we're fine.
We're fine. Scott hasn't watched the thing in over 2 months.
Is he ever not watching the thing?
Yeah, when are you not watching it?
Yeah, I was reading.
It's on a loop.
It's been 2 months.
It just went off Netflix. Okay.
Now I am reading Who Goes There.
That's a whole other matter.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Coke is good.
I suppose you guys stand around watching, waiting for. Now, at some point, he's left alone up there with you. If anyone wants to sneak a peek,
Doctor, I'm wanting to see that. So actually asking, what was his character's
Just like prep school all over again.
How's this down?
Proud English tradition. The new boy's drunk.
All right.
typical
All right,
British
display.
boarding school.
Very nice.
Put his hand in a bowl of water and see if it works.
Oh, that's actually a valid idea.
Oh,
You guys are monsters.
yes.
I'm not doing it.
The mythos is never really the problem. It's usually the players.
No shit.
So I see a night god going, that's too much.
I'm not
I'm
doing
standing
it.
in front of him, if that happens.
All right, you take a look.
All right. Yes.
No, I'm not. I'm like.
All right.
no,
Although
he-
I do ask Striker to.
You don't
watch
want him to
my
look?
back.
All right, you.
Leave the man be.
All right, you.
I am a
Werner.
doctor, and I want to make sure this works.
Take
You're
the
not
captain.
his doctor.
But I'm a captain.
I take his chalk away from him.
You can try to take a shock away from him, Mister. I've got 3 fingers. Maybe if you poke him in his mouth hole with your finger, you can stop him.
That's got to be a sad check for both of them.
Yeah, by the way,
Welcome to Disability Fight
yeah,
17.
I can't talk, but I can make noises.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, all right. All right. You want to try and chase him away
It's
from
like
the
rock,
bed?
paper, scissors.
I'm standing in front of him.
All right.
I block his way. I take his chalk. You don't have fingers.
Touche. You win this time.
Caleb, you're awake within maybe an hour.
No, nobody wakes up until they. I'll snap my finger.
You know, your eyes open up. You still feel fuzzy from the chloroform. You've got some very goggle-eyed, out of focus vision at the moment. I should note that you are not restrained to the bed. You did not come in with your hands tied to the
Rails.
the rails, so that you couldn't pick at your stitches.
Was that the
So that would be standard.
They do that all the time.
How do you feel? Yeah.
How are you?
Let's give it a little peek.
How are you
Sand
feeling?
roll.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Hand roll.
He has 2 cones on his
Well, I've
hand.
done this before.
It's black.
Can't
Gain
be
10
worse than the
sanity.
first time, right?
It's a horse.
I fail it by 2.
You fail it.
It waves at you.
67 out of 65.
You lose a point. It's there, or there's one there.
Only one?
It doesn't necessarily match your recollections of your formerly best friend.
But like,
Hey, body dysmorphia.
well, okay, well, all right. Well, is it
Little likes to fox.
Is it a little?
But it's not even like bandaged or anything?
No.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Are you?
I'm gonna do that to the chloroform and just go back to looking at the ceiling.
How are you feeling? What? Are you? Are you in any pain from the surgery?
You don't feel any pain.
Nope.
If he's waking up that quickly, then the anesthetic's wearing off. You should be feeling at least something from that.
It's an advance in medical technology. We have flying machines. We have tanks now. I mean, that's amazing. We'll be on the moon in the next decade.
Sorry to hear.
What you need to get is one of those things that they put letters on. You know, those things for impaling letters.
Needs the up glove.
So I was going to stick you with a needle and go, can you feel that? But I don't know how to hold it.
Don't do that.
Take a little slip with your one finger.
I'm not tickling anything else.
Anyways,
Well, it looks promising then. I'm not going to.
interesting how you put that. Yes, it does look promising.
Well, he seemed fine.
Yeah.
Besides the. Actually, no. Nothing. Actually, this is my thing. Actually, no. He looks fine.
Did you look?
No.
All right.
I
Well, you
respect
did?
the man.
All right. So,
No looky-loos here.
all right. Everybody else, go
I look,
ahead.
I make this, I fail the sand check, I pass out.
Besides, hey, you want to look at it? Look at mine. Mine's going to be.
I'm not going to show anyone, but
Okay, that's
it's
fine.
the Edwardian hair.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's
going to
check
check
for all of us.
All right. Everyone just, then I guess does not look. You lie back and look at the ceiling, I guess. Go ahead and make a spot hidden on everyone.
Everyone, including Caleb's
Not you.
character.
I'm not there.
Yes, somebody.
On my own ward
somebody-
again?
Somebody didn't join in with the
That's right, I
fun.
did not.
Impale.
Nope.
Fail.
Yep.
Do I make it as well?
Yes. Unless you specifically avoid looking at your crotch.
No, well, I make it.
Okay. Yeah, he's pre-apic.
He's what?
He's pre-apic. He's standing straight up.
It's working.
It's like,
Oh, that's
actually, if I see it, I'm like,
Salutes.
Just like reform school.
I am pretty terrified by that. Is that a sand check?
Well, you did look, yeah.
But I don't feel it?
I mean, you feel it, you just don't feel any pain.
Yeah, that's a sand check. Yeah, I'm going to fail that one too.
Call it a point.
Yeah.
No dick to
I
rape.
guess I will, terrified, go back to staring at the ceiling and trying not to think of a penis.
Congratulations, you're thinking about your penis.
It's a difficult task.
Don't think about a penis, don't think about a penis, don't think about... Yeah, that's great. That's going to work out fine, Caleb. You keep this up, you're going to be the most Schwanz-obsessed guy in the Western Hemisphere. Okay, I gotta admit, this hasn't turned up on RPPR before. Just saying. Anyways, at some point, the good doctor comes back in, and they bring in a screen, and they say, "Well, let's see how the patient is doing," and he makes sure his hands are warm.
Oh, God.
Everyone look away or lose sand.
Not.
Check.
Yeah.
I guess you would
I have just so many jokes I want to make right now, but we're just going to try and keep this.
Let's
as
keep it holy. Let's
as
keep it holy.
PG-13 as humanly possible.
Hey, you put it on the D20 table. buddy.
In fact, I was trying to think. I ran out of what's horrible things going to happen to you during the war. I've already blinded them. I've knocked their jaws off.
Yeah, but you
I've
put that
knocked
one on
arms and
afraid
legs
that someone
off.
would roll it.
And they're like, "Oh,
Like
wait,
3 of the numbers, we just didn't get to see the chat.
here we go."
No. Roll 3 and you roll burn 3 times.
Then, yeah, you're looking a little crispy crittered. That'll be awesome.
You're like, I'm all dark man now.
You're full Liam Neeson at that point. Yeah.
Fully.
Well, doctor comes in, pulls the seats back, takes a look, says, looks like all the sutures are holding. There's no bleeding. Yeah, you should be ready to get out of bed in just a couple of days. What we're going to do here, though, is we're still going to rather than catheterize you, we're just going to go ahead and keep up with the undergarment just to see how your control is. And I can see that obviously the vascular tissues were properly hooked up because of the current effect, so that's a good sign. We'll just see how the the muscles in your urethra work over the next night. Here's a giant picture of water. Gong! They just put that big old steel picture down next to the bed. You'll need to drink that, and we'll just check on you in the morning. Excellent. Good night.
Can I sob? Thank you and embrace him?
Yes, you do. It's a little uncomfortable because when you do, you jab him with that thing.
Whatever.
Just lie back.
He's a doctor. He's seen it before.
Lie back and
It's not like some guy hasn't rubbed
At
their
this
bone
point, it
out.
might be an authentic emotion.
He's been to college. He's had that happen.
All right, that's fine. You sob appropriately. He's like, "Hey there, it's going to be fine." I appreciate your trust in me.
Arsehole! I was very overcome with emotion, too.
Stiff upper lip.
Okay.
As among
that
other
would be
things.
stiff something else.
Yes,
Oh God!
I'm keeping it holy.
Why did I have to roll 17?
You ran
Or
with
rather,
this.
why did that German sniper have to roll 17?
You ran with that as hard as you could.
It wasn't the hit roll. It was that hit location. That's what.
Goddamn Hitler!
That's
Fucking
what the
Phoenix Command will get you every time.
That's right. That's right. I was delivering a message and I shot him in the crotch. It's like Corporal, you shut up.
Well, that was bored.
I do not believe you were shot in the crotch by a message-delivering Bavarian corporal with a glorious political career in front of him.
Exactly.
We're not going that route.
Fine, I'll go that way. In my head.
All right, Tom's headcanon. Hitler shot Caleb in the junk.
How many people can say that?
That's going to be a shirt next Gen Con. Gen Con 2017.
Oh, it's a 17. How appropriate.
Yeah, there you go. You'd underline it.
And the 50th anniversary of Gen Con.
I think I've got an idea for a new card game.
All right, shooting Caleb in the junk.
Yeah.
That's our new card game. Hitler shot Caleb in the junk.
No, it's Hitler shot me in the junk.
Hitler shot me in the junk. Okay.
It's just like a really simple Cards Against Humanity system. It's just nouns. And then shot Caleb in the junk.
We're professionals.
All right, we got it all out of our system.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe.
So, anyways, what do you guys do with the rest of your? Is it time to drink the isopropyl alcohol and celebrate, or do anything before you use conk out for the night?
Are there any leisure
I
activities?
say, let's have a hopeful gathering of this gentlemanly pursuit of some kind. Come on, this is awesome.
I guess I'll drink water. So that's
You'll be drinking water.
That's fucking terrifying, though.
What?
Drinking water?
You're gonna have to drink a lot of it. We need to test the plumbing.
I know. Yeah, that's.
No, I'm not
scary as
allowed
shit.
in their ward. We're separated, right?
Yeah, you are separated.
All right, so I'm going to use my
patients-
time, my spare time, to get. I've decided I'm going to stick with the crutch. I want to get used to it, and I walk the grounds.
All right. You go out at night, and there are no. You can see the cottage where the surgery was performed. The purple light streaming through the windows.
I check that.
What
place
are all
out
those
good.
strands coming out of the dog's backs?
I want to become a normal fixture outside, so when they're performing the next surgery, I look in the window. They won't think anything of it.
All right. That night, you guys all hit the sack.
Actually hopeful for a change.
Yeah, that's just amazing.
The thing that sort of the night doesn't pass completely quietly, or because at some point you guys hear the rather obvious click and clack of dog toenails on the parquet floors, and this one of those little dogs that you saw from the kennel out back of the surgery trots into the ward where all six of you.
Well, I'm not in there anymore, right?
Yes, you are.
Oh, I am back. Okay.
Well, when the dog walks into the room, you're in there. You went to sleep in another ward. You're in the ward now.
Is that a sand jacket?
There's a couple other things I should point out. You got a leg.
I have a leg.
You have a jaw.
I say.
You got.
You do.
It's in your left hand.
You're not burnt.
Wow. This has got to be a dream.
I feel my head.
You do not feel a scar. Caleb,
Yep.
something's moving under the blankets.
God damn it. I look, I guess. Is there any light?
Yeah, there's light. There's moonlight coming through the window.
All right.
You ever dance with the
Just
devil?
let me roll that. Or when
Go ahead, roll that sand loss.
I make this one. 58. Not that it's going to matter, but
Yeah, that's going to still be a D4.
holy shit. All right. That's a 1.
Is this obviously a dream, or is this?
When
I've had a weird few days.
when he pulls back the blankets on his bed and looks under the blankets and finds that there's this enormous leech, swollen and throbbing, attached at your crotch, gorging itself on your blood. And you take the sand loss hits you, and as I said, you get your 1 point. Very nice.
Guess I'll start screaming now.
Screaming would be good.
Yeah.
Okay. You wake up. All of you wake up. You wake up too.
But I'm alone in another one.
But did we see the leech as well? On his...
You saw him look under the covers, and something was moving under the. He looked at. He screamed. Everybody woke up. But give me all. You guys give me, except for Kill, give me spot hidden.
Okay.
96.
Yes.
Yes, 31.
You made it.
Just barely made it.
I do make it. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, everyone but Tom made it. He was too busy looking at whatever was squirming around with the covers, trying to get a better look at that. All of you were pretty sure that something. Like I said, the only lights in here was moonlight coming in through the big picture windows in this room that used to be a conservatory or a music room or whatever it used to be before they turned it into a ward. Something got in front of the window. Something blocked out the moon for a moment. The room was plunged into darkness.
What floor are we on?
Second floor.
Interesting.
So something just went in from the window, or
Yeah, something blocked out the moonlight, and as Caleb began screaming, and then boom, there was definitely a feeling like something was getting closer.
I figured out your module.
You figured out where I'm pulling this from?
I know where all this is going.
Okay.
I'm on to you.
Is
Write it down.
Is everything okay down there?
I don't want to ruin it, but I think I got it.
Because what?
Is everything okay down there now?
When you wake up?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
All right.
Still not yours.
Well,
It is now.
It is.
I'm just gonna look around, but I'll.
beggars can't be choosers. You get nostalgic for your first car too.
Nothing lasts forever. That's what you're saying. Okay.
Wear and tear that
It's
thing.
just a really early Eclipse Face character.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Subject of morphs, it's
Shit.
modules.
I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. I'm just
So
gonna,
do I notice that everybody else is awake too? I'll look around.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
Are you
There's only
okay?
5 of us in the world.
It's only fair. I must have woken you up a dozen
I would
times
say
already
you
with my
guys
screams.
remember him being in the ward. When
we were
you were
dreaming.
when that dog came in and everyone's looking at the dog, you saw, is it Captain? Is it Captain Boyd?
Captain
Or
Boyd.
Captain Boyd.
Captain Boyd.
With his missing leg.
Had a
being,
crowd.
being in the room too.
How far away is he from us now?
He's like downstairs on the other end of the house.
Maybe go check on him.
All right, you do. He's in his bed.
When's your surgery?
Or getting up and hobbling around on crutches, probably looking for breakfast.
You're scheduled the next day or two?
No, he's next, and I'm third.
Yeah, we're doing it in priority. Like, who really needs it the most?
Shit, Day sprinkles. Just throw that in every once in a while. Come dumpster.
Oh shit!
Piss!
Yes, so,
Lieutenant Hart, how were your dreams last night?
Strange. Odd.
I dreamed I had my leg again.
Yeah, I dreamed I wasn't burnt. I dreamed there was a dog in the ward.
You too?
Should we take a sand check for that?
I dreamed you were there.
Was there a figure at the window?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What? Wait, you saw that too?
Yeah.
Dog leech? Leech?
Should I take a should
By the
we take
way-
sanity checks or?
Yeah, we're all dreaming
Yeah.
the same
you
thing.
run some water through it. There
I
are
make
no
it.
there are no leaks. It's not like you go ahead and fire it up and there's like an extra stream shooting
No
out.
pain or anything?
It's not like a bad garden hose.
Doesn't
Holy
burn-
shit.
Doesn't burn.
What's with the dog? Was it a specific dog?
Yeah, it was from one of the.
One of the dogs we recognized?
Considering how those dogs were from the kennels, no, it wasn't a specific dog. It was an amalgamation.
Was it a
dog.
specific set of
It was
dogs?
a specific set of dogs. Like, do I recognize the dog from the dogs we saw in the kennel? Was it a different dog in the dream?
Yeah, was it half white, half black dog?
Actually, yes.
So it's one of the dogs we recognize.
It would have been one of the dogs you recognized.
Okay, so could we remember which one it was? This the dog, the black one? Or was it actually the one that he pulled out to for me
yes.
to examine? Son of a bitch.
Literally.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so looking at before the shadow came across, I don't know if it was with the previous spot hidden, but did I see it looking at anybody specifically? Was it doing anything?
The dog?
Yeah.
It looked like it was heading towards Caleb.
So okay, and it looked with its movements, did it look like it was almost hunting, prowling, or just kind of calmly walking?
It seemed unusually calm.
So I'm a dog.
So yeah, before that.
You know, in that kind of weirdly detached way that animals sometimes do when you think, you figure they must be seeing ghosts right about then because they're just like,
The cat looking at the walls, screaming, or okay, yeah, so. Or Splenda assuming something's in the washing room, so.
Oh. Those are the problems. You're all freaking out on that.
I'm fine. Yeah, no,
Here's the
no
surgery.
problem.
Who's up next?
It's me, I believe. And you know what? It's like, you know what? Don't care. I don't want to eat soup for the rest of my life like that. I don't like pureed turnips, but I can't tell them that.
Oh,
Well, no, you could write that, but then be like, well, I'm not pureeing everything. Turnips are the easiest to puree.
Fun fact for my dad who broke his jaw: you can blend a pizza. So,
well, pizza wasn't invented yet.
wow.
Wow. That sounds so unappetizing.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to Hemingway my way out of that situation.
Come on, man.
So Captain Bernard Rawls is up next, right?
Yeah.
That is correct.
During my walk, I want to know the
the
nurse
doctor
that...
comes back in the next day and checks you over and asks you if you were any difficulty with urination, or did you urinate, and
Yes.
did you accidentally urinate during the night?
I don't know. Did I?
No.
So it was like doing it now.
Okay. And
Oh man, that was probably a sad check.
you fill a beaker.
He'd be jacking off like it was his job.
You did have to do a handstand in order to urinate. I'm just going to say that.
Is it still?
Yeah,
I should consult a doctor
You should
about
call a
that.
doctor.
Like, it's been more than 4 hours.
it has indeed been more than 4 hours.
That seems a little off. But
He says, "I'm
beggars can't be choosers.
again. They cannot. You're probably drawing a few furtive glances from the sisters if you've left your ward. For any reason.
I can't get up yet.
Like God gave us a penis and a brain and only enough blood to run one at a time.
That does seem funny. That is not funny, haha, either. But yeah. Again, thank goodness they gave you literally a beaker, or not a beaker, but a
pitcher.
There's a pitcher that they use, as opposed to a bedpan. But yes, he says, there may be an issue with circulation. I'll have to do a closer examination. Would you mind? We'd be better off returning to the surgery.
I have complete trust in this man, yeah.
Here's my children.
I'm waiting for him to go into surgery, but I want to make sure I know what nurse or nurses assist in these surgeries, or if he's in there alone when he goes in there next.
There is only the only people who are assisting with the surgery are the staff that he brought with him.
And are they
So it's all
male,
in-house.
There's
female?
4 guys. There's 4 orderlies and there's 1 nurse.
So 4 males and 1 woman.
Yeah.
And something I meant to ask as well, he doesn't have any offices at the house, does he? Is it all just a reference back to his surgical bay?
That's also his quarters.
Okay.
Have that nurse's name?
Bellows. Irene Bellows.
Is she ever alone with me?
No, she doesn't. Doesn't seem to be tending to patients outside of the special ward.
Yeah, no, let's go.
Okay. They,
I don't know if you have a aesthetic. I had some nightmares last night. But
Are the orderlies Greek as well? Are the orderlies Greek as well, or are they
they're
a
not.
mix?
No, they're not. They appear to be English. I mean, they have names like Lionel and Bernard and Bill and Fred.
Okay.
They do not appear to be swarthy foreign types, unless you consider them Welsh.
Are they all like fairly large guys? Or
well, everyone spits on the ground.
Are they fairly large guys, or is any of them?
Oh, they're
I'm never going to Cardiff.
They're all big. Okay.
Yeah, they're all pretty good sized guys. They are in fact orderlies. Occasionally carry patients upstairs, things like that.
Okay.
Chairs. They're not small. One guy in particular, Bernard, is definitely built like a Hanson cab. Is that what we'd say then? Yeah, as opposed to checker cab. He's the size of the horse that pulls the Hanson cab.
So my plan isn't coming together.
Are you playing to be the one-legged man at the ass-kicking contest?
That's why I'm looking for the women. I'm checking out.
I think I can take a broad. Even with one leg, I think I can take a broad. As long as it's an Edwardian broad,
And you're
They're
going to
all
find
dainty and fainty. They'll just
Irene Bellows is going to choke me out.
and you'll find it's just the Victorian era version of Nurse Ratched.
Yeah, exactly.
But she's polite.
I'm so sorry.
She scissors your pelvis in half.
Oh, sorry, something of a kerfuffle here.
So I just try to keep an eye on it. So that's who goes in.
Yes.
Four orderlies, him and Irene Bellows.
You're embarrassingly poked and prodded. I'm going to refrain from details, but
Thank you.
let's just say that at some point that priapism goes away and does not have anything to do with anything X-rated. It just simply blood flows out, as opposed to just flowing in and flowing in and flowing in, and not flowing out as fast as it's flowing in, I guess. Whatever the capillary action's going on there. The rather obviously the obvious weird thing stops being obviously weird. But enough of the day has gone by that he's Dr. Teodorakis says that he's not ready to start your surgery, but we'll do it first thing in the morning tomorrow.
Okay. I am giving a thumbs up.
All right, that was good.
Bastard.
Bastard. You mock me.
I was like, okay, in that case.
I can do that.
You can wave a fisty kind of thing in there. You do the double horns.
Ever did this one as a kid?
Well, then I think, like, wait a minute. I'm not offended every time you just talk.
Come on, Maiden's not going to come
Or
from.
chew.
Or chew, yeah.
Like, up, Francis.
Wait, do I have a tongue?
No.
Also, like, I wish I could say that word, those two words, but I can't.
Maybe you can get.
What are you trying to say?
Like, so in that case, I'll just go like,
So you do interpretive dance.
Over to the
threats.
typewriter.
I want to see the nurses.
I chew it purposefully.
See, I just want
there's
to.
like, oh, it's so good. Tastes so
I
good.
just want to see the one nurse who sees him doing his interpretive dance, him clacking on the typewriter, just makes the grandpa system round like, nope, not today.
It's like, we respect each other. What's going on?
All right. Anything you guys want to get to before tomorrow morning?
I'm
actually excited as hell. It's like,
I watch the door and I look for opportunities to be alone with Irene Bellows.
All right.
If that doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
She is not mingling with the rest of the patients.
well, actually, this time when the nurse comes around with my soup and the contraption, I'm actually pleasant and happy.
So
I feel like
the dog
right now,
comes
love
back.
the service here.
This is at night again?
Like,
Well, it seems to be night.
Night
Oh, we're
falls.
going to sleep again? The
Oh,
dog
no,
doesn't.
are you asleep?
Are we?
The dog is back. You hear those nails clicking?
Am I in the room with all them again?
There you are.
Can I get?
I don't know why you guys
Do
say
anything?
that.
Well, the dog comes into the room, starts patting across the.
And my leg
Can I
is
do something?
my leg is
Yeah.
up again.
I want to make a mark somehow, some way on my body. You know, to sort of test if I'm dreaming, and then when I wake up, I want to see if that mark is still going to
Oh,
be there.
like
Scratch.
take a fingernail, just try and.
Yeah, if I got one.
You do. You got all your
Okay.
fingers.
No, I
So-
don't.
Yeah, you do.
Three. Oh, I do now?
But in the dream, you
Yeah.
do.
You
Well, I
have
use
fingers.
one of the fingers I'll have in real life, and I make a mark.
Use one
somewhere
of the
on
fingers you don't have. Dude, I'm telling you. That's then you lose some real things.
Come on, take that risk. You know you want to,
Use the
man.
hand you don't have.
I'll use two.
Insanity
One I have,
rules.
one I
The
don't. Make
role-playing game.
two marks.
All right.
On my
I
chest.
grab my picture. I don't trust that
So
dog.
I'm gonna actually get.
Something's in the bed with
I
you.
try to force myself to
Damn
wake
it.
up.
I'm gonna get off the bed if I can. Just
You can.
You mind my hand, and also testing my foot to make sure it's.
It seems to have all the parts.
I'm not gonna look again.
I'm gonna try
it's
to get
fine.
I'm gonna try to get the dog
Fine.
attention. See if I can call it over to me.
How you doing?
The
Lift up the covers.
dog gets up next to the bed and growls and jumps into the bed.
With me?
Yeah. And starts digging and pulling at the sheets.
Throwing the picture at it and screaming again.
Roll throw.
I actually have a pretty good throw. And I'm going to throw my dice at you to prove it.
I just try to concentrate on waking up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. See if I can.
94 makes it right now.
The picture flies across the room. The dog appears to be trying to growl and bark at whatever's moving around under the blankets between your legs.
I get that a lot.
Gaze upon it, dog.
I guess I throw the sheet up over the dog,
Okay,
and then I'm going to see whatever horrible nightmares
it's
on
there.
my character.
There's a leech attached to your penis is there. There's
More
just
like
a
a lamprey.
giant
This
leech
is even
attached to it.
worse. It was even more disgusting than the
I'm going to scream
Sideways
again.
Ugh.
You do.
Yeah.
He's screaming.
So
What do you get?
well, I gotten up. Do I see this now, or
Yeah, the dog, is now is a lump under the blankets. Moving around after he threw the blankets over, and dog reemerges and scurries around. Is about to jump back up into the bed.
I'm gonna try to grab it. So
Go ahead and do a grapple attack, I guess.
yeah.
Do I have pen and paper?
There's pen and paper in this room. Yeah, there would have
I
been.
start taking notes.
All right.
I'm gonna look out the window.
That's pretty callous,
I
guys.
will
Okay,
help
there's
him
a leech on my
grapple.
dick and I'm being
Damn
attacked by a dog. And you're taking notes?
I'm documenting.
And you're
I will
like
help him grapple.
checking out a scene.
Oh, I failed that.
Good. There's definitely something. You get to the impression that something
For the second page.
flew past the window, like maybe it got in front of the moon like an owl.
Okay, dude, I see your
Okay.
nailed that.
How much do I lose? Any?
I'm sorry. I should have. You said I should have made you make a spot hidden roll. I'll
Okay.
take that as a spot hidden roll.
All right, so I
No
failed that.
sand roll.
Okay.
I impaled the grapple.
Okay,
I
you
failed
grab the
mine, so-
dog. The dog is now barking and snarling, and you've got a leech attached to your junk.
I guess I'm gonna
I'm gonna get up too.
punch it.
Gross.
Yeah. Yeah, this has been the first gross thing in the scenario.
Okay, so it doesn't go like, no touching.
No, but the dog is barking at the leech.
At this
I'm not
point,
waking up at this
No,
point.
you're not.
Oh, fuck that.
at this point, I'm gonna yell out for the nurses.
Okay, you yell out for the nurses.
Yeah.
Trying to wake up.
Nurse.
Oh, with your hands and uninjured head and
Oh yeah,
all
you've
that
got a
crazy
jaw
shit.
Like, I'm not.
and a tongue.
It's like, calm down, dog.
All right, the dog does not say anything back, obviously.
I was like, oh, well, thank God for that.
Yeah, not that kind of dream.
Throw them out the window.
So I see the leech on there now. Are there any like packs of cigarettes around that they've been given to us as like for smoking?
Well, it's probably everything.
Oh, you're going to remind me of
Yeah.
smoking.
So,
Thank you.
all right, and with a pack of matches.
Damn it.
I'm gonna try to get light a match and burn the leech off. just
Okay,
basically.
so you're scrambling around looking for a light to
See if I can find a match. Or...
You were calling for the nurse? Mm-hmm. Nurse arrives through the window.
Nurse
window
who?
explodes.
Jesus.
Which nurse is it?
Nurse Rochester.
You're like, nurse sudden, I'm probably aiming at the door,
Refenestrates?
and the window explodes.
Are we in Brazil? What the hell? It's just
Glass flies everywhere.
rogue nurses.
The nurse, for lack of a better word, lands sort of in the middle of the floor. It's got these big wide feet and long toes that sort of slap the ground like, almost like hands. I don't know, maybe in these dreams nurses look like the devil. But there, standing in the middle of the room, sand rolls everyone.
Sorry, mate.
Is this black, shiny, almost like wet rubber,
Faceless.
gargoyle-like thing with horns and big bat wings.
Make it.
And a snack.
I make it.
I'm here for your morphine drip.
So just one?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you make it?
If you make
Oh no.
Yeah, made it.
Oh, okay.
So no.
I believe it's 1d6 if you miss it. It's 0.
Could you remind me on the rules of what happens when you roll 100? Holy.
You roll a d6.
Okay.
What happens if you make it?
Only one.
1. If you make it, it's 0.
Do I have to roll con times 5 for?
Yes.
I do.
Yes, you do.
Oh, okay.
But he's cured.
contact type.
That's a good point. You're right. He is. He doesn't have to roll con times 5 in this situation.
Okay. Do I have to roll sand for realism? I don't have to make a con check.
No, because you didn't realize it.
Let's see how many layers deep we can get.
Sure, you rolled on how much sand you lose. I've lost more than 25%.
In a
6
2-hour period?
it's
Not in
6.
2 hour period.
No.
Yeah.
You're fine.
In 6 it's 5 or more at once, or a fifth.
20% in 2 hours.
Yeah. In an hour, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the two benchmarks. I forgot.
Those are the ones you don't want to have happen.
Yeah. It's different in Delta Green, but
It's a lot worse.
Is there still a bar open,
Yeah,
is there still a
that-
bar open in this hotel?
probably.
Oh, thank God.
So did everyone else not make their rolls?
Oh, thank you.
No, you don't have to check.
All right. This thing, turns around, and I'd say it was eyeballing you while you're
But it
holding
has
the
no
dog,
eyes.
but, well, there are no eyes. It reaches out its sort of long, rubbery fingered hands at you. They all sort of like fingers kind of weirdly come to points. There's not actually like claws on them, it's just sort of floppy. Mm-hmm. And but the hands reach out towards you.
Right. I was like, I can give this back, madam, if you want this.
Have you lost your dog?
Do you pass it the dog?
Wait, whose back is it? Turned to my back. Like, can I attack it from the?
Actually, I'm just going to put the dog down.
Because I want to
Let's
just
put the
do
dog
recklessly jump on it and try and strangle it.
Okay. You think you can break its neck?
Yeah.
You're going to fight, my friend. You're going to fight.
What? Maybe.
Actually, I'm going to just, madam,
All right. You put the dog down.
like, very sorry, madam, if that.
I'm busy.
I understand. I'm busy staring at this thing, trying to be cool, be very cool.
That's the nurse, and she's actually here to help me.
Yeah, and
You let her
I'm
do
just trying to
her
wander
job.
around.
She's
basically.
exploding through the window.
Whatever.
She can do that.
I have a leech on my crotch. I can't be picky.
Are you doing anything?
Aftershock, since I made my sanity roll, I'm still trying to scurry for a
Are you
match.
doing
'cause-
anything?
I'm trying to wake up.
All right. You're just going wake up.
No, I'm going to try and grapple him.
All right.
Hold it in submission. So.
Cool. Go now.
It's a monster.
If nobody's getting in the way of the dog, it jumps up on the bed with you again. You still in the bed?
Where am I going to go?
All right. You can run around.
I
with
can't
this-
run away.
You could run away with this leech flopping around.
I'm trying to get rid of it. I don't know how to do that.
The black.
This is the weirdest Benny Hill sketch I've ever seen.
All right. What's your attack, sir?
I'm going to grapple it. I'm just going to jump on his back and try and. I've got it! Make a run for it while you can! Horseshit! Yeah, no, I failed.
Would you roll?
70.
All right. That's
25 on a grapple.
Good college try, though.
all right. You jump at it.
Bob's your uncle.
You sort of leap into its embrace. Apparently, it rubs these. It sort of entwines you in these slimy, sort of warm but wet and slippery arms that wrap around you.
Let's go
and,
play fly and drop.
Yeah. Should I roll sanity at this point?
You already rolled your sanity and
Okay.
missed, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I critically failed.
Did you roll d6?
I did. I only rolled a 1 on
That's
that.
right. That's right. Okay. It embraces you in its arms. Let's check its. What's your strength?
Strength is 12.
Okay.
Was not affected by the head wound.
Ooh. Okay. It's actually a pretty strong one. It seems to have. It seems to be holding you pretty tight.
Okay.
Dog jumps up in the bed with you, sir.
He's like basically tap out, but I feel safe. This is nice.
Do you kick at it? Do you thrash at it?
I don't know what to do anymore. I guess I'm looking for matches. It is a leech, I guess.
Dog bites your junk.
God damn it.
Well, not your junk. It bites the leech that's attached to your junk.
Okay. Well,
Thank you, dog.
that's probably another sanity roll, right?
It is now pulling on the leech that's attached to your
It's
junk.
turning into like a really dark Norman Rockwell painting.
I want to try to
The
help.
dog biting the kid's underwear.
Blood shoots out everywhere because of the swollen leash. It's full of blood. It's all over the dog's white fur. All over
How
the
did I
sheets.
make that sanity roll? I don't know how I made that sanity roll. I would like to protest succeeding this sanity.
There's a snap sound as it comes loose from your
Is
Remember-
what comes loose? The
the leech.
The leech,
Okay.
okay.
The dog then shakes it. Blood just fucking aerosols in every direction. And then it lets this thing go, and the leech goes and hits the wall, hits someone in the face, sort of slides down and lets go. Khaki blood falls off on the ground, splash. Dog looks at you with blood all over its muzzle and just opens its mouth, sticks out its tongue, and goes.
Good boy. You can break it, that boy.
Who's that good doggy?
What's going on down there as a result of that?
Well, you have a mark on you. You have this nasty sort of mark on the side of your member.
Leech bite.
Well, whoever's member that is. No, wait a minute. This is your member.
Oh, so it's back now.
No, I mean the thing that the leech was attached to.
Yeah, so it's the
is
original.
yours, not whatever was attached.
Okay. Well, I've had a weird night.
What's
The
going
demon flies out the window with Ross.
All right.
You take some with him?
Wait, there was a demon in the room?
I can understand.
Seriously, not sure how I would even notice that.
Your attention is
I was a
elsewhere.
little fucking
In
distracted.
fact, well, if you did it's a demon. Okay. Sorry, demon, I have a leech right here.
Avenge me!
I bet even the
I
demon.
think I have the shell shock, Doctor.
Some more nurses come in through the main door.
Like
Knock the window.
nurses or like
No, I mean
nurses?
nurses. I mean, hello, nurse. Coming in from the outer hallway come more of these wet, sort of slippery,
Good luck, guys.
rubbery things
Well,
coming,
I've had enough.
ducking their.
Have at you.
Is there a way out of this ward?
Well,
Is
there's
there one entry?
There's the hallway that they're coming
Coming in
into,
from, or-
and
but
then there's
there's
the window, the second floor up window.
I don't want to be
Do
here
they
anymore.
see me?
Well, since they don't have any eyes in their eyeless faces, it's hard to tell if they really see you, but they do seem to be heading towards you all.
Is it anything that can be used as a weapon?
Any surgical kit, scalpel, anything?
Chairs.
A chair.
They don't get patients.
Good enough.
scalpels.
Chair
I'm
will do.
pretty sure that that's the thing.
Considering that they were worried about him killing himself because he was lacking a Johnson.
Yeah, if we had a scalpel.
There's no scalpels. It's like,
Yeah, I would be
you put it
concerned out of
next
hearing
to the
this adventure.
strychnine and the acid, the hydrochloric acid, in case you just want to pour it all over
You were
yourself.
giving him options.
Actually, I will walk I'm very sorry, madams, but so it's like I need to know what you did with Lieutenant straight away.
Climb? Can I move?
Yes, of course you can.
I'm going out that window.
I was about
All right.
to do that myself.
All right, you're going to go out the window and jump off the balcony or whatever?
I've got climb.
All right.
We'll climb down.
What's your dex?
My dex or my climb?
Your dex.
Okay, my dex
Whoa.
is
That's a
13.
dexterous motherfucker.
So it's not going well.
Is what?
It's not going well.
What's your dex?
My dex is 13.
Okay, you're going out the window. Something outside the window snatches you off the railing.
I don't want to go out the window anymore.
And he is, the last you guys see is like some of his slippers fall off his feet and land on the laying in the bushes outside the window.
Flipping the beds on their sides, making a barricade between
Making
me
a fort, pillow fort.
Yeah. Barricade between me and the nurses.
Always a good idea.
So it's like I demand to know what you did with Lieutenant straight away.
Oh, 8. It grabs you
I really like talking my problems out now.
and scoops you up, and it's out the window too. And you are off into the moonlight.
So,
It's like,
Okay.
I'm coming, Lieutenant!
alright, bed's up, hiding behind him. Can I do a hide?
This is going to be silly.
That's not the kind of hide you're looking for.
That is kind
Oh, you just want to pull the blankets off your head? Because blankets will defeat monsters. I learned anything from my adolescence. Blankets will totally work.
By the way,
We did a game like that, didn't we?
Yeah.
That was
Little Fears. We stayed in a
That's
blanket
the premise
fort
of
all
the
night.
game. Yeah.
And they just roamed around outside of it because they couldn't get inside. Because blankets defeat
As
fire.
I'm flying up, I was like, oh,
Yeah, the real
he's
challenge was not
flying
having to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, then we had to go
What
pee.
kind of beds are we in?
They the one comes snatching at you and somehow misses.
I'm going to go ahead. With the beds, are they basically just base frames?
These are big metal frames with spring.
Put them on
You know,
their sides.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
And try to get a barrier up.
yeah, I'm going to help him with that.
Okay. All right, you're doing that. They wrap their rubbery fingers around them, and there's the one as far as them coming through the door. First, it was like 5, and then there was like 10, and now it's like the hall is solid. The hallway outside is just solid. They just keep pressing in. And in fact, because and now they're just sort of coming over the top of this barricade at you because as they keep filling in from the hallway, they just keep pressing their slippery bodies against each other until they are forced over the top of your
There's
barricade.
only one doorway into this room?
Yes.
I find it ironic that this is a World War I scenario. They're coming over the top of us.
Yeah. You could really use a Lewis gun right about
No
now.
kid,
I'm just
no
saying.
kid.
You can use anything. I'd take a Webley. I'd take.
It's a long.
Can I swing a chair
Well, I
at him?
had harsh language and it didn't work.
Can we pull like one of the bases off of it? Like I said, I'm sure these are just shoddily constructed to kind of get
A metal pipe
a
or
pipe.
something.
Yeah, just a rock.
Okay, you're being both of you are being
vent
grabbed
pan.
at. There are all these hands.
I got
coming
my
at you,
chair
but they're
going.
doing a shitty job of grabbing you. Go ahead and swing on the chair.
Someone's
Coming
gotta
at him with a
have
chair.
that
What would I even roll for?
Bedpan, excellent idea.
I'm singing the,
Preferably a full one.
I'm singing the Tipperary song as I'm flying through the air.
It's a grenade nobody wants a part of.
I don't even know what skill this would be.
I
Oh,
just did-
fist punch or
Take the high
large
road.
club.
You
large club, 25. No.
You're swinging at them. They're,
Okay,
they're
go
trying to
down.
duck.
I go down swinging.
All right.
Looking for a metal pipe
I
or
like you.
something.
You guys can actually fight back. I
There's
just
things
get grabbed.
like there's like you could probably like I said, there's chairs. There's that thing that your IV hangs from.
Grappling
the
them
IV
was
tree.
not the ideal
There's
strategy.
things like that. You could grab a pillow. I mean,
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I'll take the pillow sack and just fill it with hard whatever.
whatever.
Bad boys. Sean Perry, bad boys.
Bedpan, anything lumpy.
All right. Well, swinging a bedpan may be the hardest object to swing at them. Go ahead and give me a large club attack. I think it's 25% for you.
Street rules.
16.
Okay.
And to the
You
knob.
actually hit one. All right, go ahead. Your damage bonus is nothing, but bedpan's 1d4. Give me an 8-sided die.
I'm sure it's dead now.
Whatever your tool said. I know this one.
Oh, that's true.
Bedpan.
Three. All right. Bong! The bedpan makes a great sound. A very, very
Sounds like a
cartoony
kickball.
noise.
Most glorious
For a
sound
moment, the bedpan conforms to the shape of the thing's head, or maybe it's the thing's head conforms to the shape of the bedpan and springs back. No, that does not happen. You clong that thing off, and you feel that impact go all the way up your arm when you hit it. I mean,
Which feels great, by the way.
yeah. Finally, they're making their rolls.
You know what's great? Arms.
Yeah.
You know it's great? Tongue.
I know, right?
Teeth.
What's your strength? 12?
No seizures. That's really great too.
Jesus, these things are strong. All right.
That's what we want to hear.
One of them finally gets a hold of you.
Out the window.
Jerks you out from behind. You are jerked over the top of your fort. You're whisked up into the air. Would you care to hit it with the bedpan as you're gaining altitude?
Well, how much altitude?
Oh, you're about 2 stories up at the moment.
Well, then yes, I can
Go ahead and
I go
swing.
for a 2-story.
That's survivable.
0.
You drop the bedpan. Spiraling off.
It was slippery. Let's be honest.
Not Excalibur.
I got a feeling I'm grabbed.
Well, you're just at this point. I'm trying to get a grip on you. You are all squirming. You're being piled. They're filling the space. Like the room is almost solid with them, and they're all slippery and touching you. And no one seems to be able to get a good grip on you for some reason. Eventually, you are squeezed out the window and off the balcony, and as you were both of you sort of pushed out of the room, as beds are pushed out the window and bedpans or whatever are pushed into the out through the
So eventually,
All
I'll
the
take it
mattress
into
that I'm
the
holding
night.
onto. I'm going to try to angle to see if I can at least make cushion my fall.
You are now sucked up off the ground, holding your mattress. Not for long because it's a mattress. The ground is below you. The moon is above, and it doesn't take long before you guys begin to notice that you have sort of joined a formation of 6 of these flapping things as they cruise over a nighttime landscape that is absolutely not East Anglia.
I didn't sign up for the Royal Air Corps.
Lieutenant, I assure you this is a rescue mission of a sort.
Below you is, actually I should say there are 7 of these critters flying along with you. 1 for each one of you, plus 1 for the dog. One of them is carrying the dog.
How's the dog taking this?
Dog seems fine. Below you is...
Oh god, if he's flying with the
Dog
dog...
seems to be fine.
Okay, if the dog is actually like its tongue out, like it's sticking its head out of a car
Yeah,
door.
the dog is literally doing what dogs do when they stick their heads out of cars and saying, I'm a flying dog, I'm a flying dog, I'm a flying dog. Only this time,
That dog is a fucking optimist, man.
yeah, the dog is...
This is fine.
Yeah. I don't have any concept of the future or the past. This moment is awesome.
You guys are carried over a landscape that seems weirdly anthropomorphic. I mean, yeah, there are mountain ranges, but you're almost positive that mountain range looks like a reclining body. Like, those peaks over there look very Tetonish, and that slope over there looks more like a thigh leading up to a
cave.
A knee. I was going to say the top of the knee for the peak, where it rolls down the shin of the other descending slope. There's definitely a face on that mountainside. That mountain seems weirdly tall, not the least of which because, as you passed it, the mountain was on the opposite side of the moon as you went past. The landscape below you, you can see the curvature of the earth. You can, you're so far up, you can actually see this almost like your
World geography.
well, it's no continents that you can recognize down there.
It's probably the Germans.
It is weirdly, it is cold and chilly up here, but it is not the kind of, for those of you who've been airborne, it is not the kind of cold that you should be expecting. It's like uncomfortable night cold, not the kind of cold that you have to, wear a scarf around your face so you don't get frostbite in your nose just from the wind coming over the top of your canopy in a biplane at just a couple thousand feet.
It's like, I wish I had my stop-with right now.
The mountains dissolve into rolling sand dunes below you, black sand dunes that must have like little fragments of volcanic glass in them because they glitter almost as much as the night sky. In fact, it's very difficult to tell where the sky with its stars, which are all way too close together for a proper night sky, and that glittering desert begins. And these things fly down and they drop you from maybe a height of 2 or 3 feet onto this sand, which is rough, but doesn't feel like it's sharp and cutting your feet or anything like that, but it does have this...
I feel great now that I'm pantsless with leech wounds all over my crotch.
Yeah.
You really want to go to a sandy environment after something.
That's the first
It's almost like volcanic sand.
Very much like volcanic sand. They drop you down into this and proceed to flap off into the night, leaving you in this very quiet, slightly chilly...
Your bedside manner is terrible.
Horseshit. Just horseshit. And that's not the Tourette's, that's just me.
This can't
Well,
be
this
happening.
seems to be a rather...
It is happening.
It's a dream.
It's a weird dream.
Well, I think we all know that we are dreaming. This is rather vivid, what I must say, but I think we'll wake up before too long.
Just a group delusion. This is what this has to be.
Cabbages. If you tell me cabbages when we wake up, then we know we've had the same dream. Otherwise,
We're directly talking to each other, and I'm certainly remembering.
Well, how do I know you're you and not just a figment of my imagination?
Because we're all suffering from shell shock.
You could be the figment too. You could just be my representation. You could all. I'm the only one who knows I'm real.
Just
I go over
remember.
and
Go ahead, fist punch. Just go 50%. You did. 49. He slaps you.
Wow. I still don't know if you're real or
He's
just.
right. Remember cabbages. It's about the cabbages.
I go over and pet the dog.
again.
I'm just saying, when we wake up, if you give me information that I gave.
Dog barks and then scampers off a couple feet away, and looks over his shoulder, barks again.
Oh, I
Follow the dog.
Yeah, he's a good soldier.
Yes,
The dog is still covered in blood.
That seems to be the only
It's
consent.
got
That's
this
fine.
dried blood all
Whatever
on
this
his
is.
fur.
Do you want my shirt to, wrap around?
I'll just keep walking.
No.
Yes,
I'm beyond dignity and shame.
well, come on, man. Let's follow that dog.
The
Take two.
over the you guys start crossing these dunes, and there is this sort of obsidian outcropping of rock that's thrust up out of this sand. It's sort of it's almost a fan shaped, like a hand fan, like those unfolded ladies' hand fans. It comes up very, very steep, very, very high, and there appears to be some torches down at the base of it.
Seems legit. Yeah.
Are there 6 torches?
No. There are just 2. They appear to be on either side of a rock, on top of which an old man is sitting.
Run to the old man.
It's like, hello, sir. We appear to be dreadfully lost.
You're not lost. You're found.
Oh, well, that's cryptic, but okay.
What do you mean?
This guy is wearing sort of a tattered robe. It's it's blowing in the night breeze. Not that you can feel a night breeze. It moves like he's underwater, basically.
Where the fuck are we?
He is got a very long, very gray beard. Long robe. He's holding a staff in his left hand, and again has this sort of huge, big, serious Brezhnev style eyebrows, big beard. Beard goes down in the middle of his chest. Long hair. What was the first question somebody asked?
Who are you? Where are we?
Did you bring us here?
What are those things?
I brought you here. They're my servants. They serve me. You have an opportunity to do the same.
To have those, you mean?
No, to serve me.
To be one of those, or to serve you in another manner?
To be honest, sir, I serve Her Majesty.
His Majesty.
Oh, His Majesty, sorry.
Yeah. Look where.
George the Fifth.
King, George the Fifth. Yes.
Sorry.
King, queen, something. A human. That's it.
Anyway,
You just put sand on your face. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah,
You just tried to-
I serve His Majesty as all do the men
Your
here.
war is over. That war is over. You're never going back to it. You all know that.
What is it
As
you
soon
need
as
done?
You wake up. You'll be back in the crippled, mangled, pathetic bodies that you were in before. Except for you. You'll be back in the tainted body.
Tainted?
Poisoned.
By what?
By the messenger. And his message.
talking about.
Fine. What do you have to offer me that this messenger has not given me?
Is Nicholas?
I will take a year of poisoned, tainted life whole, rather than whatever you have to offer, whatever this is.
What I have to offer you is a brand new purpose. A new, well, new to you, war. An old war. You can wake up and you can make whatever choices you want. Perhaps you'll follow your friend here to corruption, damnation, or perhaps you'll take another path. A path of service, a path of purpose and duty. You're all soldiers. You all remember what it was like to have purpose and duty. And now, what are you going to be but circus freaks or monsters?
I'm merely missing a leg. I'm not a monster.
He is. What are your terms?
Whoa.
What are your terms?
Is the messenger Dr. Nicholas Titarakis?
No. He's merely a slave of the messenger.
Who is this messenger? Why are you at war with him?
We're at war because we've always been at war. He is the adversary.
What are your terms?
My terms are obedience. You can have
Doesn't excite me.
your bodies back. You can have your abilities back, your capabilities back, in secret. But you have to obey, and you must pursue the adversary and his slaves at every opportunity and at every command.
You're asking us to join a war that is endless?
What war isn't?
I thought we were doing pretty good with the one we're in.
Well, I mean, the one that's gone into its third year. Like, it was supposed to be over by Christmas.
Several Christmases.
Yeah.
Who is this adversary? Who is this messenger? How do we know his servants? How do we know his slaves? How do we know if they're our enemy?
You can wait and see what happens after the next act of corruption.
Yeah.
Wait and see what happens to all of you. But
Just to be clear, I didn't sign up for surgery.
don't worry. I'm sure they won't come for you eventually.
Yeah, anyway.
That's how they get you.
The terms are you obey. But that has been your life so far, hasn't it? You have obeyed your king. You have obeyed your generals.
Not even the Germans ever stole me in the night and dragged me through a window and flew me across the...
You wouldn't have come if you were invited.
How do we know you're not the enemy?
How indeed.
Well, we're not dead
He
yet.
could have killed us, right?
We're not dead yet.
Right. He
But
could have killed
the guy
us.
didn't kill us either.
I am not your enemy in that I have use for you. You are not being offered this out of altruism or charity. You are useful. You were warriors. You can be again. Or
It would be
you
nice.
can be cripples.
What happens when we stop being useful?
We'll probably be dead by that point.
You go back to being what you were before you accepted this bargain.
Family turned their backs on us, too. On me, at least.
Look, it's like, look, I'm all about fighting, but I'm a pilot. I'm not a ground soldier. I flew planes, and that's what I did.
What would be
There will be opportunities for that again.
what would be the first thing you need done?
By planes, I mean
The
devils.
first thing that should happen,
Oh, I wouldn't mind riding one of them
the
again.
very
I say.
first thing that should happen
but I'm not machine gun one of them.
The doctor should be eliminated, along with his servants. He steals not from cadavers, but from the living.
Oh, dude.
What proof of this do you have?
Why don't you break into his surgery and take a look around?
So, what you're saying is we join you, and for a time we're useful, and we're whole again, but then as soon as you're done with us, we're back to being cripples and outcasts.
And for a very short time, whether it's 30 days or 30 years, you'll be whole again.
I must say, I don't think I go through that surgery again. Sorry, that leech on this John Thomas was just not for me. I'm sorry.
It's a very British way of putting it.
I would say if we can break into the surgery, and what you say is true, at that point, consider me joined in your fight. But I think I have to see that.
Wait. You've all listened to this
No,
before.
tainted.
We've all listened to this before. Listen to me. Obey. Have purpose. Be a man. What did that get you? What did that get you before? I prayed to every god who would listen, and he didn't answer when I needed him. The doctor answered when I needed him.
That sounds just like what the tainted one would
But
say.
when we woke up in there, you were almost like you were infected with some leech.
Well, we are in a dream that guy is controlling.
So what does this corruption do?
His gift is not unlike my own. When you stop obeying him, he will take it back or turn it against you.
Ooh, at war with your own pack of wood.
And what will you offer?
I offer your own manhood back, not one stolen from
From the living.
from a corpse now.
Prove it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. You're gonna be I don't want to see the doubting Thomas of this. Yeah, poke it. Oh.
I say we wake up and everybody says
This,
cabbages, I'm in.
Old guy gets up off the rock, sort of hops
I
down.
immediately regret my statement. But okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Walks towards you,
I step to the side.
reaches over with one arm and begins pulling up the sleeve of his robe,
Wait.
and revealing, instead of an arm made of flesh, there's this sort of silver, very finely engraved silver arm that is covered with all these swirling sort of Celtic looking early Britannic symbols that go all the way up. It's all up under the robe, arm, all up over the elbow. The hand looks like it's just a single cast piece of hand. That hand just flashes out, and there is a tearing sound.
God damn it. God, you're having a rough life. I'm having a rough life.
You need to make me another sand roll, please.
Just him?
Hot 9?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's call that
You're getting used to
3. Blood splashes all over.
Yeah,
the
this is
sand.
going to make me trust you more.
The dog howls. You guys wake up.
I
Cabbages.
scream at the top of my lungs, cabbages.
Cabbages. You would hear you.
I know I'm in another room. I yell, cabbages!
Oh wait, I tried to yell cabbages.
Thank you for trying.
Just the one room that goes, cabbages, breakfast is in
I
about
look
3 minutes.
again.
Well, there it is.
God damn it.
Laying on the sheet.
Oh, Jesus. Let me roll that again.
Yep.
So it's not attached anymore?
Nope.
Odd 5?
His pecker fell off?
I guess I'm just perturbed by it. Like, oh, Jesus. Again.
Another 3 sand points.
Jesus.
You weren't.
All right,
You're not bleeding.
What's your name, Bobbit? Is it Lieutenant Bobbit?
I've gone a little bye-bye in my brain parts. I've lost, what is it, 20%?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've lost 20%.
It's been within 1 hour of game time, so.
Oh, you gotta lose 20% within 1 hour of game
Yeah.
time?
Or 5 at once.
Oh, okay. So then I'm good. I'm doing great.
You check the wound.
Yeah.
You reach down.
Yeah.
You feel it. I mean, you feel your scrotum and you feel your dick.
The shaft and bean. The
real
Frank
one.
and beans.
Yeah, you feel, well,
His original one. And the fake
I
one's
don't know,
on,
but you
on the
can't
sheets.
see it. It's not there. It's absolutely nothing is there. But you just put your hand around what appears to be what feels like. You close your eyes and it feels like it. You open your eyes, there's nothing in your hand. But your hand can't close completely around it because there's something physically there.
Take a piss.
See what happens.
Oh, God. This is dark.
Name a new kid's book. Edward Fox and the Invisible Penis. The Adventures of Edward Fox and the Invisible Johnson.
All right. Well, there's that. I guess I'm not talking. I don't really know what words could do at this moment to convey what's going on.
That's, yeah.
So he basically made my phantom pains a force field. Good for him.
Do they
Or
have
it's
any
just
guns on the
invisible.
grounds?
Because we're going to need those.
Is there a gun cabinet or is there a gun?
They don't keep those in hospitals.
Where are the scalpels?
Well, we're in an
there's-
estate.
There's medical supplies. There's medical supply cabinets. There's oh my goodness. There's all those antiseptics made out of alcohol.
Yeah, it can burn really easily.
Can I stand?
Yeah.
I'm getting up.
You leave the other penis that wasn't yours. It's in the bed.
Oh no, I'll put it in a sheet. I'm walking to go find the doctor. Fix it.
You really wanted to fix it? You get the
I go with results.
You do feel like you need to take a piss though.
I try. Sure. I'm not used to going to a bathroom. I'm standing somewhere. That's fine.
But is it coming out of the where you
I
know,
don't
if you
know.
feel where it would
He's
be?
gonna have to wait for him.
Is he able to control it by aiming the invisible penis?
You can control it by direction by aiming the visible penis. You see urine coming
There you
out
go.
a stream until it reaches the end.
How are you guys handling this?
I don't know. This is going on.
Do we see him holding a bloody sheet and...
I'm just being on
Is
the
there
floor.
blood? There's no blood, right?
So do we see piss coming out of a visible penis?
Well, you see him holding it, and then there's this line of urine that just goes through the air through his fingers.
Yeah, no, I'm
And then it
rolling
gets to the
sand.
end, and then it
Yeah,
parts.
that's not right.
So that's a check.
I'm going to go ahead and
Oh, fail.
That's a fail, yeah.
It's 1 point.
How do I keep impaling these?
It's 1 point if you fail it. It's completely fucked up, but it is a little dreamlike.
I walk towards the. I get up and walk towards
I
the.
guess
estate.
I'll go with Crazy Pants.
big-
I've
the
just
big- I'm rolling the
impaled
big house.
3 of the worst sanity rolls I can imagine.
That seems legit. We're good.
I'm like, all right, now this is fine.
Yep.
We're gonna try to find scalpel.
I was always a grower and not a shower, so this works out.
So, I'm actually looking for meds, so specifically the morphine and or any other sedatives.
Is it still
because
night or is
we're-
it morning?
It's morning.
Okay.
Because if we're getting into his office, we need to knock them out.
Do I have the marks on my chest?
Yeah.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, is the window broken?
No.
Okay. Wait.
The
What,
beds aren't knocked over.
what did I say last night?
Cabbages.
Yeah, that's why.
Would you like to roll sanity?
I am rolling sanity.
All right.
I fail that.
All right.
Quite
That's got to
badly.
be worth. Let's call it a D3. A 1.
All right.
Just
Do you
nickel
pass
down
out?
you fuckers to death.
Oh yeah, let me make my con check. Con times 5.
Yeah, that's right.
68. My con is 14. So yeah, no, I make it.
Yeah, you're a little dizzy, but you don't fall over.
Oh god. Okay, it's real. It's real.
What are you,
The
Tom?
first one or the second one?
I'm convinced.
All right.
Yes, I'm.
know about that well. But
Yeah, the old guy in the dream's got a deal as far as I'm concerned.
No, let's see what's in there. What if he's trying to trick us, and what if the doctor's on the good side? We have to check the
let's
surgery.
go. I say go check it out.
Let's talk about getting scalpels.
Looking for guns.
And
Problem is, you can look for them all you want.
Well, I can
It's
understand a
just getting
hospital on
them
the
out
front
of
lines
doors
having
and
guns.
them.
We're not on the front lines. We're in England. Why would they have guns at the hospital?
Something. I gotta rig something up. So I
You
can
take some of the surgical
What?
tape and wrap yourself in scalpels.
Well,
don't fall down the
no.
stairs.
I would take a rag and like put it tie it around my hand so that I can at some point put the scalpels in there. You know,
Oh God, we are really going full
but
murder.
not all the
hobo.
time.
No, you have a place to live.
Yeah.
You're not hobos.
We're not going to be here
But
very long.
you are murdering. You are
We're murder
murdering
residents.
patients. You're murder patients.
Can I find
Can I find pants? Can I find pants?
Yeah, sure. There's pants.
I'm gonna put on pants. I guess I'm just gonna go for a walk.
Okay, so
I
hold
need
on.
to think.
Every once in a while, your balls itch, and when you scratch them through the pants, they feel like they're there. And if you check, they're not. But then you feel them.
But there's no blood.
There's no blood.
Get some paint.
yeah, I'm gonna see if I can.
Get some paint.
What?
I'm with them.
Some iodine, perhaps, or
That's how H.R. Geiger trained. Painting invisible penises.
That sounds legit.
So once I've
There's a conservative
find scalpel
dedicated to that.
Put the scalpel in my pocket
right.
if I find them.
all right.
I want to go buy the dog
Next adventure
kennel.
of Lefty the Lobster Boy performs for surgery.
It's gonna be tough. All right. Go ahead. Let's see. You've been in the hospital long enough that you're gonna know where things are, like the supply closet, and
Right.
things like that.
And I got to figure the scalpels aren't as heavily guarded as the flammable, damageable,
And the
stuff.
drugs and the morphine.
And morphine.
Is there a library here, like books?
Yes, there is.
Can I look up those symbols?
Which symbols?
Symbols I saw on his arm.
You can try. Where would you look in the library?
Under
History? Just
yeah, history or the occult or like they were Celtic. Could I recognize that? Right.
Tell you what.
Celtic mythology.
We'll see about that in just a minute.
Okay.
You're able to determine where some of the medical supply closets are, and the thing is that there is a surgery that has been set up inside this building as well. It doesn't get a lot of use because, frankly, by the time you've gotten here, all the surgeries have sort of been done, and now we're talking about physical therapy and things like that.
Sure.
However, it doesn't get that much traffic. So what you're really looking to do what you're really looking to do at this point would be to gain access to it without anyone seeing you.
Yep.
So let's make that a sneak roll, please.
Which used to be pretty good. Mm-hmm. Or is it sneak 50?
I don't think your sneak hasn't been affected by any of that nonsense.
Oh, look at you.
52.
All right, give me a spot hidden.
20.
Okay. You spot somebody. You basically spot somebody spotting you close to the door, so you're able
Nice.
to deflect going through that door rather than
Act innocent.
act as and walk away from it rather than get caught going through the door. You spot that you had Overwatch at that time.
I like that
However,
use those two
you're
rolls,
just
yeah.
going to try again until you get in, right?
Yeah, until I get it or until I get caught.
Okay, fair enough. Let's get back to you in a second. Mr. Toms.
I'm going to the main, are we in the main building? Does it stay?
Yes, it's all one new big.
I try to get lost and try to find guns.
Okay.
Try to find out whether it's a hunting rifle. I'm looking for a pistol, preferably,
Tell you what, the
or a weapon of
the
some
most
sort.
annoying. I tell you what, there is. There is going to be some stuff where you're going to find. You're going to find some, ridiculously annoying matchlock and flintlock pistols and things stuck up on walls as decorations. But you're also going to find that there are things like, swords or cutlasses or nonsense that might be on the walls of, like an area of house that might have been put over to decorations.
Okay.
To lauding somebody's ancestors about who they killed. Suits of armor that are still holding their swords, things like that. So there are things like that around the house that might be lootable.
So can I grab
if you're
a cutlass and a large knife?
If you were trying to, find some weaponry in the house, The thing that's going to stand out the most is some of those, late Renaissance or early Tudor period, weapons and armor that have ended up in this place as decorations that you might be able to get to,
Grab a
particularly at night when people are not in the hallways around.
Rusty covers.
So I spot it and I'll come back later.
Okay. You, sir, going for a walk. You and your new phantom junk.
Can I get a cane?
Yes.
I will grab a cane.
Mm-hmm.
I will go out to the kennels.
Mm-hmm.
I will see how the dogs react to it.
When you go out to the kennels, the dogs all get up on their hind legs and press their muzzles and their feet against the kennel doors.
Like they like him.
Mm-hmm.
You're part of the club.
They all look at you and they're all,
We're all victims.
Okay.
Join the support group.
Therapy dogs.
I will turn back around and go back to the hospital, I suppose.
These dogs are all small. None of them are threatening dogs.
they're not big. Yeah, they're like I said, they're like ratter
They're
size.
going to be pit bulls. Then
Can I
you
get a
can make an army of
cigarette?
Pit bulls.
Oh yeah, they're good for your lungs. Haven't you heard?
And digestion.
All right. I'll get those
Lucky
bags.
strike a day.
Mr. Friend.
Where do they keep the alcohol at?
Well, there's several types. There's the medicinal alcohol. There's brandy. The classic
I
medicinal.
am very much interested in.
I want to go see for myself too.
Well, how the dogs react? Or what are you looking for?
I'm looking to just get into that surgery.
Okay. Do you want to cooperate with anyone else on that? Or you want to go there?
Yeah, that's team.
Yeah, because
I would say teamwork, but
You can write it.
As far as medicinal brandy goes, I will say that
Somebody.
since the nursing staff is well aware of your condition, I imagine it would not be difficult to get a medicinally distributed amount of brandy for you. Absolutely.
What's the proof of that, though?
Are you looking to Molotov cocktail that?
Yes.
yeah.
I have demolitions.
I will say
that's my job,
that
too.
you can ignite brandy. Brandy is what they use to in a lot of flaming drinks because it is a high proof. Or there's something about the sugar ratio in brandy that lets it ignite better than a lot of stuff.
Let me find a nurse that's not part of the doctor's
But if
team.
you're looking for actually better igniting stuff, the easiest stuff to ignite is all that isopropyl alcohol that's used to sterilize everything. That's going to go. It's not going to burn real hot,
Yeah.
but there's plenty of that around, and it's easier to get to than the brandy.
All right. Is morphine like digestible?
Well,
It is.
Well, and that's what I was going to
Like,
suggest.
you can swallow it.
Well, what they do, the laudanum is. Laudanum is the
Laudanum.
alcohol, morphine, or opium mixture. Morphine is mostly, I think, is only an injectable as far as I know. Opium is smokable, but
All right. I want to find a nurse. I'll find a nurse.
Well,
That's what I'll do.
and if you want to work with me on this one idea is that since is it still morning right now?
it's still morning.
They're probably going through morning med pass for all of the that. So I could go to one of them, maybe asking for something, cause something of a scene, saying like, "Oh, I fall down on my bad foot," spray the laudanum that they're about to spread out, and then Caleb or somebody else can pocket that while I'm creating the distraction.
Putting them all back together in the bin. Here, let us help.
Yes. So okay. So I'm so sorry. I'm so
You
sorry.
want to work that out with these guys to
Yes.
arrange?
Yes. So because like, what's your conceal?
I'm off in the other. I'm away.
31. Mine's at 25. And
Conceal is more along the lines of
Okay.
let's say you
Well, that's what I was
conceal an artillery position or a fox.
Oh, so you're doing that. Okay, never mind. Okay.
It's hiding big things. It's not necessarily like a pickpocket. I'd make a dex roll on that.
Oh, Dex. Okay.
Now I will say that let's see what's do. There we go. Dr. Tedorakis comes up, finds you, and says, "Excuse me, have you seen Captain Rawls? He's not in his room. He was scheduled for surgery today."
Oh, he was? Oh.
Yes.
No, I was trying to catch up on my reading. Sorry.
All right. If you see him, let him know that he's We were supposed to continue with it. We were supposed to finish begin his surgery this morning.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm sure he's looking forward to that. He must. Maybe he was medicated and forgot.
Everybody, give me some spot hidden rolls.
When I roll even?
You're in the building, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the big house.
Yes, I make it.
Nope.
I made it 44.
I do not.
I do make it. Huzzah.
Okay. You guys see the doctor's orderlies going around through the house looking around. They're obviously looking for somebody. And Tom, you see them too. Make an idea roll.
Nope.
All right, you're not sure why who they'd be looking for.
We did have a big night.
We did have a big
It was a bit distracting. I am going to.
His character is literally like not the sharpest knife in the box.
I am going to look for Burner as soon as I get clear of the good doctor.
Give me a library use roll, but it's going to be actually give me a luck roll and then give me a library use roll.
What is my luck? Not great. I mean, just in general. I do make my luck roll.
Good. Make me a library use roll.
Okay. I actually make that too. 38 out of 40.
Well,
wait, was that not? I should not have made that.
No, you find some books in the library on things like Celtic mythology.
Yeah.
There is a right at the top of the list of Celtic gods is a god called Naudua. Naudua is the creator deity that created the Celtic universe. He's also known as the Silver Hand because he lost his arm in battle and as a cripple could no longer be the head of the pantheon. And was relegated to a subservient position to a new king of the gods.
Demoted from king of the gods. That blows.
Now, this Naudua is known by a number of other Celtic names. Eventually, when the Romans came to Britain, they picked up on Naudua and adopted him into the Roman pantheon, smearing in some elements of the Celtic sea god, their own ideas of Poseidon, and Mars. Because of his crippled nature, Naudua, Mars became the patron god of wounded soldiers.
Oh, well, that's
off of the job by the good guy.
The name that appears on the temples in England, in Mercia, is Mars Nodens.
Oh, we don't live in a Christian universe. We live in a pagan universe. That's it. We're fighting another pagan god. Who is his enemy god?
Ooh.
As far as the Celtic mythology, it doesn't seem to indicate that Mars Nodens particularly has a nemesis. Only that he was the patron of wounded soldiers. That Roman centurions built temples to him in Mercia, where they were sort of half temples, half hospitals. They are particularly noted for the presence of kennels.
That makes sense. The Roman version didn't have any enemies? Did the Celtic version not?
No, the Celtic version did not have any enemies.
Did the Roman version have any enemies?
Not necessarily. No.
Okay.
Who was an enemy of Rome, obviously.
Okay, so there's nothing about a messenger.
There's nothing about him being an enemy of Hermes.
That's the only thing that would be close, yeah.
But again, the kennels have to do with the wives' tale that if you let a dog lick your wounds, they'll heal.
Oh, yeah. Well, why didn't we try that? Shit.
Just grow your leg back.
Yeah.
Let that dog lick it enough.
That's the.
You're not allowed to do that.
Oh no.
We don't have enough peanut butter.
There's not enough peanut butter on the planet.
Still looking for a nurse.
Okay, you found one.
Miss, can I speak to you for a moment?
Of course, it's sister, but hey, who's counting?
Sorry, the pain is quite extreme. Mm-hmm. Could I have something for it?
She can. She'll check your chart. She'll see your situation. You just had surgery, according to the records, just 2 days ago. Why shouldn't you have some morphine? Yes, she'll be more than happy to give you a shot of morphine.
Nurse, could I please have something I could do myself?
Well, she seems to think that would be, dangerous to let the patient self-prescribe. But she could certainly, if you're worried about, if you don't want to go to sleep all at once, certainly she could mix you a tincture of opium that you could slowly drink. It would be safe for you to drink all at once. It would be safe for you to drink a little bit over time. It'd be a combination of alcohol and opium. It'd be like a laudanum.
All right, yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. She'll bring it to your room.
Okay.
We gotta get back together and let everybody know what everybody.
What's the name of the wing with all the people with gangrene that are doomed?
The mortal wing, and it doesn't. We don't have one at this hospital.
They don't have one?
That's happening back at the casualty clearing stations in France. Those guys never even get shipped. Once they know they're going to die, they don't waste another resource on those poor guys.
How long have I been here?
You've been here for probably a month.
So I know.
So your way around.
I know my way around.
You know the staff. You know their patients.
All right, I'm going around looking for sightless, deaf. People aren't going to be able to miss it. I'm stealing as much brandy as I get my hands on.
All right. You're going to try and make off with... well, the good news is you have all your arms and legs, so that's handy. And you're going to try and steal from the blind. I just want to get that clear.
Yes.
That you are stealing from the blind.
It's for the greater good.
Okay.
Right.
To be clear, God literally told me to do something like this. All right?
A God.
A God.
You're the God. You're so immediate.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and say if we're going to go through the slithery montage as you pour off people's rum ration into your own cup or dilute it, pour half of it out and fill it with water, fill the rest with water so they don't notice.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm not even going to bother you making rolls for that kind of shit.
Okay.
What I need to know is, are you guys going to try and coordinate together?
Yeah, we got to get back together.
Guys, I have some book stuff to tell you.
Right,
We all get back together late in the afternoon.
And then
I'm going to grab something to drink while you guys...
So we're going to take a break.
Yeah, if you guys want to confab about what you want
there you go.
That's
a good idea.
That's fine. As much as I'd like to role play out how to get all you guys back together again, fuck that. Sit down, make plans, decide what you want to do. I'll be right back after I've gotten something to drink.
All right. So not that. All right. So a bit of news. I identified our gentleman caller last night.
Cabbage.
Yeah, cabbages first.
No, I already
right?
made my sand check. I already made that.
Cabbages.
So everyone agrees cabbages.
I know.
right?
I believe. His name was Nautica, and later Mars Noden. He was like out of wounded soldiers. He had a silver hand. He kept dogs at kennels. Didn't say anything about a messenger, but he was a god of war, of military affairs. So it stands to reason that he is being honest in this regard. He's not a god of deceit. So
a god came to us in our dreams.
a pagan god, yes. Pagan idolatry seems to be rather in vogue lately, and I am inclined to believe in it.
Then there's Dr. Titarakis and the
I don't know anything about a messenger.
orderlies and Nurse Irene Bellows are servants of the messenger.
Yes, I learned nothing of a messenger. I mean, there's Hermes, but I don't think that fellow would be beyond anything like that. So I believe we should find out what is going on in this circuit.
I think still that's good about that, but to be plunged back into never-ending war, though.
Well,
I mean, if he promises what he has, it seems like that's been the case. But
what else am I going to do with my life? My family doesn't want a screaming old man with large gashes head who screams profanity at dinner.
Right down like I don't like soup.
And
Also, I can't talk.
And I can't heal others, or at least
We
try
must
to.
find out the truth matter. I found out on one side of the
We
story.
know the truth. Well, let's go to the kennel, find the dog that comes to us in our dreams, let it out, and follow it where it goes.
Well, we should. He told us to go into the surgery.
What are we talking about? We know what we need to do.
Yeah, but more than likely the dog will lead us to where we need to search.
We need to break into the surgery to find out what
And
the
the dog
doctors-
will probably
Dog
know.
will know where to take
No,
us.
he said we should do that if we don't believe.
Yeah.
We believe.
That's true.
We need to do what he says. I have a
that's
tincture
true.
of brandy and opium. I shall toast our surgery.
I need to see.
Then we will say Captain Boyd has reconsidered. We'll go to a private place to discuss it. He will grow drowsy, and we will do the deed and walk away. Everyone else who doesn't wish so can keep watching the hallway, and we will be on with it.
Well, that is certainly an option.
It's prepared. We've all killed men less deserving for less reason. The damn Hun didn't do anything, and I murdered plenty of them in the mud. This one's an abomination. It must be put out.
To be fair,
but
fair, we don't know that he's an abomination yet.
Yes, I would say
would
the
rather-
leech was rather abominable.
And I would honestly rather
And
say.
to be honest, maybe it's the head wound, but I don't even remember what the Huns did to start the war.
And I would rather say that we actually gain the information first before considering murder.
We're
Look,
basing,
if he's willing to go, I'm willing to back
we're
him up.
basing all of this on
What
a
was your character's
dream
rank?
that Nodin was controlling. So he controlled everything we saw, everything we felt.
He's a god of war. He's
So
not.
let's just go and check out the lab and see what's there. It's a reasonable thing to do.
We're not in a reasonable situation.
What's our plan to get him, though?
Well, wait. Why don't they could? We could split up. A few people could scout it out, the doubters, and then the true believers could be behind to act as soon as if the scouters get into trouble to be a reinforcement, and if not, they can come back and provide information. Perhaps the clinic isn't where it even the heart of evil is. What if that's only a ruse?
Can we deal with these 4 orderlies and the condition that we're in?
No.
We do need the
It has to be
elements.
alone. It has to be quick.
And do we take the
I think it's the
take the
nurse.
deal?
If you want to peek above the trench to see if there's a sniper, you go ahead. I'll assume he's there and act accordingly. And if you would like proof, and you feel yourself man enough to handle it, I can let you feel mine, because I can feel it right now. We need to do it. We need to do it now. God told us to do it. What more do you need?
Point of order. It was a god, not the god. But yes, I think this god seems rather
When
reasonable.
he makes you whole,
Yeah.
we'll see you call him
I know
the
where
God.
I can get us some. I can get us some weapons, I believe.
That is a reasonable point.
I can get us
Bringing out
cutlasses
from
and
that.
swords and knives.
Oh yes, that might be
But
good.
I was unable to find guns.
And we are
Why would
seeing
they
about,
have guns here?
so we are seeing about
Like
a
this,
plan
has
to
guns
procure a
in
way to
somewhere.
maybe that's like
Well,
to
they probably took them
drug
with
a drink if he's and bring him into a position where he's more.
So look, we'll have the drink. He'll get drowsy. We will have Captain Rawls, who is difficult to interrogate, write on his blackboard that Captain Boyd has reconsidered and would like to see him at the surgery. We go out there. We
yes.
do
Oh,
the
no, no,
deed, and we make it look as if
They're
the
look-
ether caught fire and walk away.
No, they're already looking for Bernard. The doctor asked me where he was this afternoon, just recently.
Yes, yes.
So
No jitters then.
This morning.
this morning, yes.
Yeah, so just
so
last-
they're already
But
looking.
we need privacy. He wants us all. He's a very enthusiastic about his
we have somebody
treatment.
who's
We will
obviously
give him
drunk and
Boyd
Yeah.
and
deep.
do the deed. Well, I mean,
I got a ghost penis. What do you want? from
yeah,
me?
you got to go. What do you want? How do you want me to role play this?
Yeah.
Hey, let's switch characters. Let's see how you do it, man.
I have a ghost penis. Your argument is invalid.
Is it also detachable? I just want to know.
Presumably. Well, the other one was.
I'll ask God next time we see him.
I grab just some surgical tape. Can I find tape?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I go to where the swords and stuff
I
are.
just peel some tape off for you.
So
Slightly used.
Well, and Caleb,
I'm going to try to
did you make
tape
a,
them to the crotch.
did you spike the brandy
somehow.
with anything? Is that what
Like
we're
I get high
I have a
cutlasses.
tincture
I'm sorry,
of
what?
morphine.
I have a
spike
crotch.
brandy.
Okay, so we don't
crutch.
on them or anything.
So I have a crutch.
It's a crutch. I'm going to take them to the crotch.
This has been a crotch-focused game.
There's been a lot of crotch focused.
Yeah.
That's like, I'm sorry. I admit I've interpreted that completely wrong.
It doesn't seem like a lot of people want to go to the lab. So, does anybody else want to go to the lab?
I think we're already ready.
I can go. I just want to make sure it was needed too.
I want to go to the lab too, but I want
He's
to
really on board for that, and I'm like, all right, that's fine. He's higher rank.
But I want to get answers out of the doctor first before we absolutely move.
Oh no, we should
I don't
probably
want to
just
talk
kill
to the
it.
doctor. I just want to go to the
Let's see his
lab.
lab.
We should probably just kill him.
It would probably be
Go to
for the
lab.
best.
Go to the lab, check it out.
I think we should probably. Yeah, I mean, he is right. We're only gonna.
Especially if all the orderlies are out looking for.
Yeah. So let's go while the getting's good.
In fact, Tom's the only one around here who's got all his arms and legs. If he wants to run around the grounds, leading the orderlies on a chase, he's perfectly able to do that. I mean, he could go and be like,
So he's basically Benny Hilling it.
and then then yakety sack starts up. And we shouldn't say sack around Caleb. Sorry.
Well, he's not here.
He's not. But yeah, so you could keep the orderlies distracted for quite a while.
Okay.
While you're, mucking about. With this.
So I guess the plan is. Boyd will lure the doctor into a trap with Fox. Burner will distract all the orderlies by chasing them. That gives, and then meanwhile,
Chasing them?
yeah, no, being chased by them.
Oh.
Lead them on a chase. Yeah. So we could do all three things at the same time.
Look what I can do.
You two can go investigate the lab, and then I'll be back up in case one
I
of
noticed
those
that somebody seems to have arranged to not be in the middle of any of it. I couldn't help but notice that the mastermind of this plan does not appear to be putting any part.
Sir, not appearing in this film is going to get his ass in here
I
now.
know. I'll be backing up the murder plan. All right. So I'll just be waiting in the wings outside. I'll be the lookout for the murder.
Well,
plan.
and when you mixed it, did you just basically dump the morphine in, or were you trying to?
I got a tincture, and I have been stealing brandy all morning.
Okay.
So what are you hoping to do with this?
I'm going to tell the doctor, I'm going to propose a toast to his amazing skill and my rousing recovery.
So, and are you basically just making sure that the morphine kills him, or?
I want him nice and sleepy by the time we start trying to beat him to death with whatever implements we can find about.
Perhaps those carriers.
Yeah.
Well, and do you have pharmacy at all, or? Well, we could do.
I'm hoping the nurse knows what she's doing.
Well, if you're wanting to do that right now, I could see about fixing it in a way where
you and
where it just look like he falls asleep and doesn't wake up.
Charles can go investigate the lab. You're the one wanting to investigate the surgery.
That's true. So okay.
And you're the one with medical skills.
Okay.
But Boyd and Fox
I'm already off to get a couple knives and 2 cutlasses.
All right, now
Just a couple
it's still it's still broad daylight. Pulling those things out of a display or something, it's going to be the kind of thing that it's going to be very dodgy.
I'll wait till
We're
it's.
putting on a play to rouse the men's spirits.
Where are we going to hide?
Can I get a couple knives from a kitchen?
all day while the orders are looking for him? And if they do find him and decide to drag him to his appointment, what are we going to do about that?
Is there a particular clause or
Now, the
place?
good news is that the grounds are big enough that you literally could just hide out in the fucking bushes
Just play hide and
outside the
seek,
building, for quite a while.
I can actually hide better than I can sneak.
So there you go.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You could actually just get lost until nightfall.
I'll do that.
All right. Or, it's either that or you find a closet and hope that they don't get to that closet. But they're going to get to every closet,
No, it's been a while since I've hidden from potential enemy.
There was that time you were shot down back in 16.
I
say we do 2 teams of 2. So Tom hides, and I guess Ross is his backup in case someone finds him. Because you're able-bodied, with the exception of the massive head wound.
and I'm deaf in one ear.
Yeah.
What?
That will never get old.
We'll have you two investigate the surgery, and then I will have a drink with the doctor.
And that's where I'm going with you.
And
right?
then, you should wait outside the surgery as well,
His back
to talk to the doctor
How about
because
this?
you're worried about
How about-
being left
how
out of
about
the
you,
trial, and then we bring the doctor there, and right as he gets sleepy, we murder him.
All I can think of is
For God.
maybe it's that. Maybe was it Torn Curtain? Is the Hitchcock thing where they beat the guy up and stick his head in the oven? It takes like
Yeah, he just won't die.
takes
I think it's
3
rope.
minutes to
Yeah,
kill
it's
him
like
on
rope.
screen.
I think it's rope.
They're stabbing him, and the knife comes off in the guy.
Yeah.
She's just holding the handle, and they're hitting him with shovels, and he won't die. And they stick his head in an oven, and he won't die.
I said we killed the guy like Ramsey Bolton, but with terriers. Takes 4 hours.
Dogs get tired. They take a nap. They do
Well, I'm just saying that these are terriers. This would be like putting a bunch of wiener dogs on.
That's all right. They're pissed off.
It's like it's the death of
gotta hurt
1,000 nibbles. You could also
Go for the throat. No, the throat. Come on.
Oh, if it's Jack Russell, they can get pretty.
You like tapping his lap. Come on, get on his lap.
All right, so I'm going to
Death by
pretend
dog.
that I'm now interested in
as
the
far as
surgery.
all right. So you guys are gonna go, hey diddle diddle, right up the.
He's going to say congratulations, and then I'm going to be outside the door.
You guys
saying,
are
I wanna
going
read
to.
this.
Are you gonna try and get him out of the lab, or are you trying to do this?
I was hoping he wasn't in the lab at the time. That he was out looking.
Yeah, he's in the hospital looking for
That's
him.
true. He's looking for him.
Yeah, so we can
So
get
they're
the lab
getting
in.
into surgery to find out.
So I'm going to congratulate him to a drink, try and drug him, say that don't worry about the other captain because you can get Captain Boyd on board if you can talk him into it and see this rousing success. We get him out to the lab and then we do what we can.
Then there must be a coal shovel, a coal scuttle somewhere.
I have a cane now.
We can beat him to death with.
Okay.
All right. And a crutch. There's a crutch.
And a crutch.
And if we get him inside the lab,
What I wanted to do with this sneaking around, is maybe I give up on the cutlasses, but I just a couple nice kitchen knives.
No, it's
Cleaver.
it's a different matter. If you want to try and filter something out of the kitchen,
So you'll have like a cleaver and I'll have a kitchen knife.
yeah, sure.
All right.
you would be
That's
able,
interesting.
getting a kitchen knife would be a lot easier.
All right, we'll do.
I'll use my cane. I'm better with it actually.
I get it. I'm going with the cleaver.
All right. You're going to try and come up with some
Cleaver.
seriously for
Yeah.
something that would use to joint a carcass with.
Yeah.
Say, for instance.
Right.
Okay. All right. I'm going to point out that while you guys are beginning to do this, now what was your? You're going to try.
They wanted to investigate.
Yeah,
the
we're
lab.
going to the, we're going to the
They
lab.
want to be
To grab the
sure,
dog that we know
more
is
sure than
free.
God talking to
No,
him.
you were convincing me, all right. I was going to investigate, but you
Direct us
said
where to go.
invisible junk. I'm like, all right, yeah. It's convincing.
And you and Tom are going to be trying to make sure Tom doesn't get grabbed by the whole plan is to not get grabbed by.
Where to go, that little scampi?
Is there a point where you're going to keep an eye on the surgery so that if these guys converge on the surgery with the doctor, you guys run back there?
Oh yeah, I'll start.
And just gang bang the fucker to death?
I'll start. The code word will be fucking cabbages.
That's a code word for everything.
That's a good word.
Password.
Or my
Fidelio.
cabbages.
Yeah, no.
Cabbage crates coming over the briny. Is that the good word? Is that where we're at now? Is all coming
The 39 cabbages.
Yeah, the 39.
Oh shit!
cabbages.
You shouldn't be anywhere near it.
What? I'm helping Tom sneak.
I know, but if he's sneaking and you have a fit,
Yeah.
that's not good for sneaking.
I'm not going to be like with him. I'm
Okay.
going to be like a lookout.
All right,
I'll
that's
know
fair.
the
Okay.
general
All
approximation.
right, so the guy with no hands and the guy with no feet are going to go to the. Okay, I want to point.
I'm going to
something
pretend
out.
to read.
He's got
out
one
of-
hand and just
I've
no
got-
toes.
You need to make a idea roll. You need to make an idea roll. You need to make an idea roll. You need to make an idea roll. You need to...
I don't make it.
I make it.
41 made it.
All right, made it.
Made it.
Okay. While you guys are going to the surgery, the first thing you notice is those feet you're working on. The feet that you're working on. That is,
Oh, yeah, I make it
fucking
too.
feet, they hurt less. In fact, they don't really hurt at all. The other thing that's odd is both you, your fingertips, the ones that aren't there, they itch. They itch like pins and needles, like somebody, like you've woken up after sleeping on a limb, and you can feel that stabbing pain in the tips of your fingers.
Oh, sorry.
Can I take this hand that doesn't exist, and I'll reach down and try to pick something up?
Yeah, let's throw it off the ground.
Awesome.
Looking at.
I have superpowers.
Do I look at him as well? It's like. With my arm, my off arm that is not one, just
Well,
kind
now
of
we're freaking believers.
waving around to see if I can feel the air on.
You kind of feel
Meanwhile, I'm still running around on the crutch, not knowing I have a leg. Missed my idea roll.
Okay, this is proof. This is going for. We're going to test this out. See if we get
Tipsy the
repeatable
Gimp.
results. So this is how you do a science one. So go up to the lab.
Are you doing this? When you go up to the lab?
Yes, I.
You can feel that hand that's not.
Yeah, just watching my hands like, oh, that's a sanity roll. I'm sorry.
All right.
I've seen this before,
All right,
but
you find the dogs. You
Just the one.
Okay, the one. All right. It comes out of the it comes out of the kennel.
can't get.
Looks at you.
I'm like,
Boys, get
show
it.
us,
It
show us in the lab.
goes
See?
right to your hand that isn't there and licks it.
Excellent. I let it lick my fingers.
Okay. Does that too.
Okay.
All right, I'll
I'm
just.
like,
Oh my god,
show
you're
us
so
in the
cute.
lab.
By the way,
Where
you're
Yeah.
not feeling. Did you make your idea roll?
I did.
You're not feeling the kind of sense of weird dizziness and dislocation and lower decks that you were having earlier. And you, at some point, Tom says some words, perhaps muttered under his breath, like, "I wonder how we're going to get through this." And damn it, they just come right out of that. Rip a hole in your face, but come out fully articulated. You hear it in the ear that's not supposed to hear.
Actually, I like this.
You do that, and you can feel the chin that's there. You can feel jaw.
Like, oh, bloody hell.
God, that looks so fucking weird.
Is he a god now?
He's the god now.
Actually, I just look up to the sky like well played.
Time to burn this motherfucker to the ground.
Let's let's.
All right.
I walk around on my crutch.
You're still walking on your crutch. At some point, we'll see if you manage to hit your foot on shit because you don't think it's there.
You got a luck roll?
Make me a luck roll.
Nope, still as ignorant of the whole.
Oh, wow, you were unlucky, so you managed not to stub your toe. It is actually there now. Okay? God damn it.
You want to stub your toe? I
You
felt that.
really want to stub your toe.
Still walking around on the crutch.
You let the dog out. Dog licks your hand.
Now I'll just stay in a river.
You go to the lab. Does it follow me?
Funny.
Yeah.
I tell it, find the stuff in the lab. Does it do anything? Show us where it is.
The dog, when you let the dog loose in the lab, dog goes and scratches around some locked cupboards that are in the lab.
I now have fingers.
Yeah, you do.
I will unlock them.
There's any number of tools in the lab you use the lockpick. Go ahead and roll under lockpick, no minuses.
Let's see. Locksmith is 44. 92.
Right. You didn't break the lockpick, but you're rattling around with it, and that's not working. Give me a luck roll.
Spot hidden to see if I can find any spare keys.
Yeah. Oh, no, wait, that's a 90. No.
92. All right.
Spot hidden to see if I can find any spare keys around.
Okay.
6 amputees.
Odd
Dog
5,
possessed by a
impale.
mystery god.
Well,
Travel
make me a
around?
luck roll. If you're lucky, there
They
is a
solve
spare
mystery.
key. Otherwise, it's on Doctor's keyring.
All right, look, come on.
It's about luck. It's about luck. Is he lucky enough to keep one around?
Son of a bitch, 79.
Well, you're sure he doesn't have any extra keys in here. Is that your problem?
Yeah.
With my invisible hand, I break the door.
All right.
Cabinet door.
What's your strength?
It's invisible hand. It's infinite strength, isn't it?
You can smash it against
12.
the door. All right, go ahead and just use strength against strength. Just roll low is what you want to do here.
65.
Where is my...
What do you?
There you go.
Oh.
Whoa.
Man, my fast talk is not good.
Yeah, don't
Mine
fast talk.
sucks,
Great.
My fast talk is 5.
Yeah, no.
You're doing way better than me.
I got 30, but
It's pretty obvious that you tore this door off its hinges,
well.
but you've torn the door off its hinges.
Yeah.
All right.
I tried to lockpick. It didn't work. What's in there?
What's in there is what appears to be
Frank
a
Johnson.
vellum scroll.
What?
A vellum scroll.
Okay.
Ooh.
I speak Latin, Greek, French, and German.
Okay.
Can I understand it?
Also, give me a make an idea roll
An idea roll.
or spot hidden. Actually, it's spot hidden.
Spot hidden. 55, and I got a 28.
All right. The thing about the vellum is it's got a nipple on it. That's a problem.
Oh,
As in
dude.
that this vellum isn't from a sheep.
It's from, yeah. Okay. Lovely.
That's like a silver dollar nipple, or is it?
Yeah, it's an innie.
So is that a sanity check?
It's all fluffy. Yeah, well,
like Belinda
yeah, go ahead and give me a sand check.
No.
60?
I'm currently at 53, so
Okay, that's worth 2.
That's nasty.
You drop the scroll. Ah! It's it's like a torso, and the ends of the scroll are actually femurs.
Oh,
What did you find?
Dude.
don't come over here.
It's not Cyrillic. It's not Greek.
Okay.
So it's not a Latin alphabet. It's not a Greek alphabet. You're educated enough to recognize it as. Let's see. I guess make a no roll. Roll into your no. You're either going to identify it
Well, my
as
knowledge is 100, so
46.
Yeah.
You rolled under half. You can tell the difference between Arabic script and Turkish script, but because of your connection to classics through your ancient Greek and your Latin, but so you think it's old Ottoman Turkish script, it's not Arabic.
it's not the father of knives, is it?
I don't know.
Black Father and Knives.
This isn't his MO. We're not. Not all of us are dead and praying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have your lips wrapped around an obsidian cock made out of knives? No. This is not the Dark Father of Knives, all right?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's how you know it's not him.
He's not this subtle.
Yeah, the guy's a whirlwind of scalpel blades. That's.
I mean, you never fit in British society. That's so gauche.
Is there any way to figure out what it is? I mean, does it look like a recipe or?
Based on the diagrams, it's definitely a series of instructions on dismantling a human cadaver.
Okay. Was there only one cabinet the dog was after?
Well, there's multiple scrolls in there.
Oh, okay.
There's other things in there as well. There's small jars, pots of things that are sealed with wax. There's a box with a small wooden box, maybe a sandalwood or something like that, with a lock on it. There's all kinds of little goodies in here.
Are there any jars like glass that I can see in?
Yeah, guard.
What's in it?
Yeah, there is a jar of formaldehyde. It is a human head, like you do.
Of course.
But it's But it is a completely flayed human head.
No skin.
Okay. Tap the glass. Did the eyeballs move?
No.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Thank God.
Finally.
It's what's his name from Silence of the Lambs.
I like how our bar for oh, thank God is lowered from.
What's that guy's name?
Oh, thank God, it's just a severed head. Crisis averted, guys.
These are words that have been heard around pagan publishing. Oh, thank God, it's just a severed head.
This is our standards are slipping. Is what I'm saying.
What's in the sandalwood box? I'll pop that lock.
All right, just going to force it.
Sure. I mean, at this point,
Just breaking things.
Yeah.
All right, we've gone. We're not James Bond. We're,
No more OPSEC.
Okay, no OPSEC at this point. Inside are these little vials filled with fluid that you can't identify.
okay.
It looks like a test tube rack almost.
Drink them one by one. See what happens.
So,
Take notes.
well, would I be able to take
Next
with the pharmacy
episode of
roll?
Captain
I should also point
Shogun.
out
Take the
that
valve, take one of them, hold it out to the dog. Does the dog react positively or negatively?
the dog has been growling at everything you've been taking out there. Regardless, they doesn't like the vellum scrolls.
Weird.
And by the way, each scroll sort of has there's definitely a scroll that seems to be dedicated to opening the torso and removing things. There seems to be a scroll that is about removing limbs. And then there's a scroll about reattaching them. Where you start off with stumps and how to attach them. And there's actually inked onto the human skin, the human vellum, I guess you'd call it. There's actually, amongst all that Arabic or Turkic script, is these diagrams of the right marks to make, where to put them. You can see that that's all going on in there.
Yep, we just need to pile this in the middle of the room and burn it now.
Well, we'll maybe wait until we have a body on top of the fire.
Little faith.
Yeah. I'm leaning towards burning the building down right now.
Yeah.
That's gonna make the plan real easy, guys. Gonna go talk to Boyd, Doc. Oh, look, your lab's on fire.
Well, he ran into the burning lab. And
All right, well,
couldn't
take
stop
care of
him.
it.
Probable cause.
Apart from the part where we hit him on the head
Adapt and overcome.
and then barricaded the door, he ran inside and tried to save his experiments.
Yeah, he jumped out, we broke his leg, throw him back in.
So,
Is that where we're going with this?
It's their call. I mean,
All right.
are you voting on burn?
I'm going to burn it.
Yeah, we need to this goes away.
did I
now.
have to make sand checks for seeing all this shit?
Yeah, I was about to say.
They already did. He already-
Well, I
he
didn't make my
already
sand
did.
check.
All
I
right,
didn't
go
see
ahead.
I didn't really let him
While you're
see it.
explaining, I was
Your turn.
acting like,
Your
what?
turn.
Yeah, what are you looking at?
There's a separate human.
We had a fucking plan.
So,
Well, you're a medical doc. You've seen a separate
We
human.
had a
Until the fuckers start
goddamn
talking, you're
plan,
fine.
Aaron.
All right. But Aaron set the plan on fire. All right.
Literally.
And
Well, we
It's
can
an
have a
RPPR
conversation
game now.
until the fire happens.
Give me a spot hidden on both of you guys.
I can.
30, I make it.
Okay, good. You guys very quickly, while they were breaking into the, let's go backtrack in time, find the good doctor. And Dr. Theodorakis is looking around, and when he sees you, he actually approaches you and says, "Excuse me, have you seen Captain Rawls?"
No, but we've been looking for you because we have some good news.
yeah, I wanted to talk to you for a second.
Yes, I guess he's looking at his. He pulls out a watch. I guess we won't be able to do Captain Rawls surgery today, regardless. So yes, what did you want to ask about?
Are we alone in the room with him? Us two and him?
Are you? He does say you.
I'll take
I
him to the
haven't had an
ward.
opportunity to re-examine your graft. How is it? Have you experienced any difficulty? Any more unusual symptoms like you did before?
No, doctor, you're a miracle worker. That's why I wanted.
You flushed it, right? You just like threw it in the toilet and flushed it or something.
Yeah.
Where did it go? I mean, you just
I covered it in a sheet. Remember?
it's just in the room somewhere. in a
It's
sheet?
on my bed in a sheet. Yeah.
Oh, good. They change the sheets every day. This is going to be awesome.
God damn it. Well, it doesn't matter. The plan's literally already on fire.
Right.
Fair enough.
So I did my best. So since you've restored me to manhood, I wanted to
Make a luck roll.
offer you a drink as a man.
A manly man with man parts.
Yes.
That kind of man, as opposed to
What is luck?
a Turkish
Seven.
eunuch.
All right.
When
Nope. Fail it.
you failed it. All right.
78 out of 70. It's gonna be a short scenario, guys.
Drink.
All right. So you're talking to him. He's like, he's like a drink. Well,
If he turns, I have my crutch right. If he turns to move, I try to be in a position where I can just slip it between his feet.
and try to trip him.
So the crutch will trip him.
All right.
While he's talking.
So he says, "I'm sure we could do that later this evening. Absolutely. I'd like to hear.
don't get around to the day, aren't you?
We haven't had an opportunity to examine your graft. Perhaps we can do both of those things at a later date."
Well, actually, I wanted to talk to you.
Going to get drunk and going to feel his thing.
Yeah.
Actually, I actually want to talk to you now, Doctor. That's why I brought Captain Boyd along.
I've reconsidered.
Yes, Captain Boyd.
Well, there's nothing like proof, is there?
We've gone through some trying times, and I'm not sure you can understand, but we've talked to it, and for his
Oh,
family,
no, I think I absolutely understand.
and we've talked to him, and we've convinced him to be brave for just one more day, but he's still a little concerned. If we could see the lab again, because he was so distrustful and obviously shocked from the revelation of your technique. I think it would help ease him, and we could move along, and we could all be whole again.
Oh, all right. Yes, I
And since Captain Rawls' surgery is canceled, I mean, we might as well go.
Well, I think that I don't think that's impossible at all. Why don't we? If you hear this scream from upstairs, possibly in the direction of your room. He goes, and looks concerned and goes in the direction.
What up?
Go ahead and give me a large club attack. I think it's the best close thing.
I'm hiding.
A tripping attack.
Just give him a bonk on the head. Oh.
Cane?
You don't. You stumble around together. Make me a luck roll. Actually, make me a dex roll. Dex times 4. Which you miss?
Yeah, got like an
Okay.
95.
As you try to trip and you bump into him, you lose your balance, and you step where your foot isn't, and you don't fall over.
And I have a foot.
You fucking feel that foot hit the cold ground, and you're like, huh? He runs off towards the screen, doesn't look back at the fact that you're not following him.
I'm coming right after him with
Fox
a
would want to
fucking
attack
cleaver.
He's going to run after him and cleaver him to death. Now that you can chase the man down.
Now I can run him down. I'm running him down.
Condition
This is the best day. This is the best day ever.
Wait.
Running through the ward
get an
with
attack on
an invisible
Did you want to get an attack on
I
him?
have a cane.
All right, well, you're both chasing him down to beat him to death?
Fucking jigs up. We might as well
He's
just
going
do
down
it.
high.
All right, fine. What's your dex?
Taking him down like
Dex roll goes first.
Okay.
My dex was 16 when I had a leg.
And what's
I
yours?
rolled an
have a
odd
leg.
6.
What's your dex?
Oh, my dex is
Keep that attack roll.
13.
All right, 06, and what'd you roll?
71. You go
All right,
first.
you roll first. You swing. You don't hit him. He doesn't know you missed because you're behind him. However, he does know that you hit him with an 06. That's an impale.
Yeah.
So I believe that cane, since it's not really a weapon, like
Cane
a
to the
fire
dome.
poker, it's going to be like a. What's your deck? What's your strength bonus?
Plus 1d4.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Damn,
again,
you're
this,
You guys didn't put Ken
I was actually pretty awesome for
It's a
it.
wooden cane.
Kendo stick.
I'm not imagining this thing's going to be doing more than 1d2 damage, but with your
Well, normal club does the D4.
well,
yeah.
it's a cane. It's not a weighted. It's not a baseball.
Are you
bat.
impugning the standards of a British cane manufacturer?
Yes, I am. If it was a metal-headed,
Somewhere a monocle drops
If it was a brass
as this AP.
handle,
How dare he?
But it's just a wooden,
All right.
So I'm
He snaps it over his shoulder.
Cheeky yank.
1d2 plus 1d4.
All right, he's going to turn around, and we
Now
turns
that's
around.
1d2.
That's a
is
4.
Hold on, 1d4 is the damage bonus, right?
Yes.
That's the
Now
damage bonus.
1d2 twice because you impaled.
Okay.
Right? You rolled
Yeah.
those 6.
This is a pretty good hit with a cane.
2.
1.
1.
So 3,
All right.
7.
You did 7? All right, let's see. That's more than half his hit points. Let's see if you fucking knock him the fuck out. Okay, you smash him on the back of the head, and he just goes down on his face, and skids to a halt, face down on the ground. You knocked him the fuck out.
Stop resisting!
Since you did 7 points of damage, let's see if the cane survives. The cane survives. Hold on. The cane is intact. You didn't break it over his head. He just
Broke in
fell
half, then you
down.
could have stabbed him with
Did
it.
anyone see that?
Make a luck roll.
Is Caleb
With his rod, his other rod.
I'll do it.
Come on.
Yes, plenty of people saw that. People went, ah! There's patients, nurses, the whole 9 yards.
I'm sorry.
Finish it.
God told me to do it, but I'm just going after it.
I get ready for an orderly. I try to hide a little out of. So they come for him, I can jump.
You're gonna back out and back away.
When they come for him, I'm
Oh, yeah,
jump.
brave
Stick
soldier.
that cleaver behind
Jumping him
your
with the
back.
cleaver.
No, at least on run
Make a
interference.
listen roll, you guys.
Oh my god.
Everybody, Tom.
I get my full listen check, right? Oh yeah.
07.
I make
07?
it. I made it. I would have failed if I wasn't.
Standing on an invisible leg.
Listen?
95?
Yeah.
All right. Would you
I was
roll?
like, I'm hiding so well.
Okay, just so you know,
Those
I
rules
made
are
it
not gonna
29.
find me.
My normal skill is 56.
Good thing I was
If
already
I was deaf,
disinherited
my
before
skill
this
would be
started.
28. So I made it.
Good thing I was already disinherited.
No, I would have made it only because I'm not deaf anymore.
All right.
That's my point.
You're the only one who got it.
No, I made it.
And I made it too.
Why are you bleeding?
It's a darn good question.
Oh.
I scratched an itch on my leg, and I must have scratched my skin.
Mosquito bite.
No, I'm covered with. I made the incredibly dumb mistake of trying to clear blackberry brambles out of my yard last week, and I got cut to ribbons. In fact, that thing on my foot,
yeah.
that was a bramble that got stuck in my foot, is what that was. So yeah,
You don't have a phone?
I'm gross.
You don't have a phone?
Couldn't call someone to do that.
Call the guy.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I'm also broke.
Yeah.
This is the first paycheck we've gotten in months, and it's great to have that paycheck, but it wasn't to cover the cost of somebody to do that. And the landlord was, shall we say, crawling up my backside to get that done. So that whole part where in Grimm's fairy tales the brambles blind the prince, and yeah, I know how that could happen. That's totally believable to me. I got absolutely.
Well, that didn't
mauled.
happen in Disney.
No, it really didn't. Of course, their Hunchback just blows my mind. Isn't everyone supposed to end up in an open pit grave at the end of the Hunchback of Notre Dame, not singing songs?
And I'm pretty sure there weren't talking gargoyles.
There were there was
Little Mermaid turns to a seafoam.
Where was that
knock the Little
multi-page
Mermaid, all right?
discourse on alchemy? That was
Little Mermaid was a masterpiece.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
yeah,
Good
well, there's
movie, but
that
like
too.
Hellboy got the story right, really right.
Anyways, enough of me bleeding. You hear the scream from the house. You hear like, "We're gonna burn it down."
we
And you're
won't
like,
hear
"I
it."
know
I'm like,
you should burn it down." Ah! You hear a scream from the house.
The jig is up! Move it!
All right, you're lighting things on fire. All right,
Yeah, we're-
Caleb. All right, you guys do not hear the scream.
No, I do.
You do hear the scream.
I made it exactly.
They should
'cause I'm
do.
not
Shouldn't
deaf.
these two do like a meanwhile?
He's the only one who failed it.
All right, so you
I
guys,
failed hard.
You hear? You do not hear it. You hear the scream in the house. What do you do about that?
I scream out, "Fucking cabbages!" as loud as I can, and then I run in to see what the matter is.
In the house?
Yeah.
Or in the?
I assume I was outside, sort of. Being,
You are. You are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm being a lookout to help Burner over there not get caught by the orderlies. So I yell "fucking cabbages" to let Burner know that something's up. Then I run in to see what's going on.
In the main house, not to
Yeah.
the surgery. All right, fine.
Well, I mean, I
Smokey
assume.
the Bear is very disappointed in you.
Right, but I
Right.
make sure the
We're
dog
keeping
gets
it
out.
real,
and I'm
folks.
going to keep the dog, and I'm going to call him Patches.
Right? That makes sense.
Sure.
It's better than Jigsaw, I guess.
Well, yin yang.
If the same thing happens to dogs, when they get rejected, are they going to be half dogs walking around like the invisible back legs? Oh, fuck.
No.
That'd be cool.
We just.
There was going to be no good ending to this.
You're
work
hiding
on
the
your
cleaver
aesthetic.
and banging against the wall, waiting for
Well,
something
yeah,
to
I'm
jump
kind
out.
of going
That's
into
why
a
we have to
doorway
pay
and
these
out,
dogs.
whatever I can find.
You're going to beat the doctor to death.
death.
Kane.
Yes.
All right. You know, here's the thing.
It's like we saw him all
There's
over
almost
again.
no way you're going to miss an unconscious guy laying on the ground. Let's just roll a die to figure out how many combat rounds go by before someone intervenes. 7. Would you like to roll damage
Sure,
for
why not?
7
Do it
rounds?
twice
See
and let's
see if
throw.
maybe you...
3. So that's 5. 4.
Jesus.
So in the first
Yeah,
two,
it's going very, little
He's
Alex.
dead, right?
Yeah, it's going a very little Alex and his Droogies at this point.
Let's go.
Yeah, you're good. You probably put the boot in a few times.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
We gotta make our stand against the orderlies.
Oh, no, do the great thing. Pee on him.
No. I'm
You
just,
gotta desecrate the body or it'll come back.
oh god,
Exactly.
Use your ghost penis.
no, I'm okay.
There's a ghost in the pigeon as
Well,
well. Yeah.
really more is ghost urethra. But
Hey, you know who's not going to make fun of me anymore? Anyone in this hospital. Right? You know where all the jokes just fucking stopped? Right now. All right?
Is this like when you beat up the first guy in the cafeteria meet? Now you have rep.
Yeah,
This
I
works?
mean,
All right.
That was a beatdown.
Well, it's a lab. It's filled with all kinds of things that burn.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
we
we're
should
just-
probably not be in this building with its thatched roof.
Well,
We're leaving now.
pour the alcohol and flammable stuff all over. Trail outside. Light the trail. Goes
Yeah,
in.
perfect.
Boom.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna be a.
So here's how this goes down. It takes 7 combat rounds for someone to turn up and deal with this. Unfortunately, let's see. Make a luck roll.
I've been so good at those.
Did you make it?
68 and a 70. Yes.
You make the look?
Yes.
All right, excellent. The first orderly to turn up and attempt to stop you from beating the head end on this guy is not one of the regular orderlies. It's one of the doctor's orderlies. In fact, it's the one they call Bernard.
The big guy.
The big guy.
Okay.
He shows up, sees you, putting the boot in to the doctor, and comes barreling at you at full speed. Make your hide roll.
No.
You miss?
I have a 10, so.
All right, well, there's always a shot.
Not a hider. I
you
he was
have
going to go after him first.
Did you have sneak any better?
Sneak, 10.
Okay.
No.
I tried.
Not about the stealth.
You're useless.
I think he's the artillery officer. How
Yeah,
much
and-
sneaking do you have to do when you're aiming at 18?
I'm not a very good sneaker.
I'm the engineer. I have a sneak at 57.
Just wing
Yeah,
a,
but you have to sneak out in a
just
no-man's
wing a
land.
cleaver at him.
All right, that's
And then I had the
that's
50 to go
doing it.
get people,
Gotta
so
get behind.
patch them up. So
All right, so this guy comes barreling right at you. Do you just take this blood-slicking cane and just whack
I'm just
him?
running.
Oh, you're running.
I'm just gonna run.
All right, fine. You run.
I'm pretty spry.
Does the guy chases him, right?
Yeah.
So I fall behind the guy and I'm going to take him out from behind with a cleaver.
All right, you try and run after him and attack him in the back.
And now I can run.
You can indeed
With my,
run.
with my
You-
now
with-
16 dexterity.
I bet the people in the hospital really enjoyed seeing that.
I'm going to bet that
The kid was running.
he does not anticipate that
That
you
I'm
will
gonna
be
catch
able
him
to
from
run, with your 1 foot.
That's right.
So, go ahead and give me an attack from behind, please.
Run him down like
I'm gonna
Mel
go ahead and
Gibson at the
I'm
beginning
gonna
of
go- because you're
Braveheart.
behind, I'm going to go ahead and give you
my
a
left foot
double the chance to hit.
helps me kill.
50. Not good. So we're using what? Large club?
No, knife attack.
Knife's not
Sorry, so
posted
50.
usually. Oh, knife, yeah. 50.
Hit!
33.
What'd you roll? 33?
33.
What's your damage bonus? It's 0, I believe. I
Damage
think the
bonus. Where
cleaver's
do
a
I find
D6
damage
weapon.
bonus?
It's up in the middle top, yeah.
No, plus
Plus 0.
0.
All right, give me a D6 damage on him.
2. The deuce.
You got his attention. You hack him across the shoulder blade, and he's all and turns around,
Turn around
sort of
and beat my
shocked.
ass.
And there you are with a cleaver and no leg. I say you kick him with the invisible leg right in the balls. Let's see what he does. He should make this.
Picks me up and banes me over his knee.
Yeah, he'd need to do that if he had any sanity. Yeah. All right. Let's see. What's your dex?
16,
All
brother.
right. You can attack first before he makes his grapple attack.
You gonna grapple me? Cleave it to the dome piece. No.
All right. You swing. Let's see how he does, trying to get a grip on that.
I missed
cleaver.
wildly.
When do I get in? I was running into the house.
You are in the house, but it's a big house. There's
All right.
people running around. There's panic.
All right.
There's also a fire outside.
Where are
now,
you doing?
apparently.
Okay. Holy fuck, this thing got rapidly out of hand while I was hiding.
He's in the bushes going,
He's like,
it was the best of
are
times.
you
it was the
thinking
worst of
maybe
times."
there's just a way to get to the
chair
street
is
and
against the
hitchhike
wall.
your ass out of here? I mean, what do you want to do?
Bird song.
Your charisma's not going to be too. You might want to put on a bandana or something
You're
first.
gonna need to be the shadow. You need one of those.
Oh, yeah,
You're gonna need one of those scarves and a big fedora. Is what I'm thinking.
Maybe it's this time I depart here. I don't this is going into chaos quickly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's find something wrapped around my
You just
face.
proceed into the woods.
I'm out.
Run away.
You don't really
was
feel
gonna
your
kick my
tongue
ass.
in your mouth.
Yeah, I figured that was going to happen. You're not doing what you're told.
I'm thinking, I gotta help do
Oh, he tried to run away and the god took his gift back?
Yeah.
You turn around the other way.
Yeah.
You can feel the roof of your mouth now with your tongue. Mm-hmm. It's all wrinkly.
Noden's just called you a bitch for a second there. Listen,
Well, I was gonna
pussy.
sneak away and continue your business elsewhere, but all right.
Oh, bullshit.
Yes, I
there's,
was.
there's cultists that need to be killing right now.
Yeah, they're right there.
Not future
Fine,
cultists.
fine. I'll
Now
go over there.
cultists.
Fine, I'll go over there and I'll help to kill someone.
Gimpy Larry's going to take him over
Anyone.
to Cleveland.
Or,
All right.
Captain
All right. The
Louisville.
guy grabs you by the guy grapples you. What's your strength?
No, 11.
All right. All right. he is attempting to get you to drop that cleaver, and he's probably going to succeed. What are you going to do while he's twisting?
I want to get a kick off with the invisible leg.
All right, go ahead and do a kick attack. Again, I'll give you a bonus because he doesn't see it coming.
11.
11 out of... That's almost an impale.
25.
Give me a D6 damage.
You should give him a double skill chance.
Kick to the Dugan.
I did.
All right.
1.
1. All right, you kicked him in the shin, not in the balls. However,
Captain William Boyd getting his ass kicked.
I'll go ahead and say if you manage to do a point of damage, he does not twist your arm enough to get you to drop the cleaver.
Okay.
Since he's a little surprised by that whole.
You gonna turn around and brain this guy with a cane or what?
I guess.
Because when he grabs me, I go,
Are there any decorative cutlasses
Make a luck roll.
on the wall?
decorative.
God damn it, no.
There's a. All right, tell you what. There's a suit of armor holding a halberd. You want to go that route?
That's right.
Is there any alcohol? Like isopropyl alcohol?
You had the alcohol on you that you would try to get
I
the
was
doctor to
brandy.
drink?
It was
Wow,
not.
yeah.
Well, just throw brandy on the guy's back and light him on fire with a rock.
That was my plan.
Okay. I mean, granted, it's brandy mixed with opium, but fuck it. I mean, what the hell? He won't feel he's on fire. It's the ultimate stealth napalm.
Yeah, I will throw that
You all
at
right?
him.
I'm fine. You're on fire.
Okay.
I'm good.
59 out of 70.
You splash him with brandy. It's now all over his white, his red and white, since you hacked him in the back with an actual knife. Uniform.
I light a cigarette.
Well, there's lamps in this place.
Oh yeah, I pick up a
go
lamp.
ahead.
Do the math, Bernard.
Okay. All right, you hit him with a lamp.
No, I'm telling him, do the math. I just covered you in alcohol. I now have a big lamp
Is that
oil to
gasoline
throw at
mask?
you. Yeah.
All right.
Let him go.
Does he let me go?
How about some fires?
Go ahead and give me a. I guess it's a fast talk. Is that fast talk?
No.
Or persuade?
It worked so well the first time.
You got him. You got this.
Nope. I don't.
Bernard doesn't seem to buy that, or he doesn't know what he got on his back. Could be, some of that invisi-urine of yours or something. So he's still wrestling with him. I mean, he's not really paying attention to you because he's got a guy with a cleaver that he's wrestling with.
How about a decorative statue?
Okay. Give me a luck roll. This has been going so well.
The whole
This is going to
thing's
be a
gonna
haunted
burn.
hospital by the time we're done with it. This is turning into the last act of the Frighteners, where they just go bed to
It's
bed.
not going to be a manor.
I5, I make that.
Okay. You throw the lantern, it hits the wall, explodes, flaming oil goes all over the, it's a glass lamp, not a lamp.
Yeah.
Flaming oil's all over the ground now.
Does any splash on to Bernard?
So I'm looking at
Just need a little.
04. Okay. Yeah. Bernard lights up. But
Feel
also.
bad. He was just doing his job.
No, he's a cultist one.
No, he
wasn't.
lets go of you.
We made that
Is
like
he on
that.
fire?
He's on fire. He lets go of you.
Am I on fire?
You need to make a dex roll to get out of the way of all this burning oil.
I thought he said
So
that,
Dex
he
times
didn't have to
5?
make a sand check for the invisible leg. 'Cause
Dex,
he
is it Dex times
Is
5?
is this a...
Which I would make.
No, I don't think he's...
Oh, no, that's a 62. I
got
would make.
kicked by the invisible leg.
All right. You are not on fire at the moment.
Wait, can we
Okay.
clarify, is this the cultist orderly or not the cultist?
This is the orderly who was with
The doctor, so more than likely
okay.
cultist,
Well,
so yes.
Oh, you feel better now?
Yeah, he's fine.
You were willing to kill an innocent orderly by setting him on fire, bro.
Who's innocent in this?
God
None of us.
literally told me to do it, Ron. It's not like an insanity defense. God took me out of a room, had a meeting, and told me what to
He's
do.
gone full Bill Paxton in frailty.
Yeah, you don't
That's a
question
forgotten
that.
movie that was pretty good.
If he points him to some gloves and an axe and to somebody else, that's just
It
the way
just
it's
happened.
happening.
I'm just sorry. Like, as a cultist recruitment tool, having your manhood cut off and then God replacing it is a pretty damn good
You feel
recruitment
motivated?
tool.
You feel
Yeah,
motivated?
no shit.
That's one loyal follower right there.
Like, I really can't think of a better motivational
As
tool.
surgeries go with thatched roofs filled with chemicals, this thing makes a nice fire.
Okay.
What are you guys? Are you guys just going to sit there and like?
No.
I'm sneaking off
heard the
because
scream.
I'm gonna sneak.
I heard the scream on the
I was in the
back.
house looking for
Look at all those ghostly apparitions pouring through the smoke.
my fellow
That seems
warriors
odd.
of Mars Node.
No, not now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sneak towards the screen, but I want to make sure I'm not seen around the fire.
Nurse on the way in.
Let's see here. Give me a spot hidden.
Spot hidden. Yes.
All right, on your way in, give me a luck roll. 25. All right.
25 out of 70.
Yes. You actually spot Lionel, who was one of the 4 orderlies. You remember him. He stood out as being the smallest of the orderlies.
Excellent. So I'm gonna. Hey, it's the operating thing's on fire.
Uh-huh.
And does he
I'm
react?
gonna fist right through you, little prick.
And I try to get him to come over to me.
Yes, he does. And he runs to the door to look out into the garden. Are you just going to invisible clothesline him?
No.
As he goes
I
by?
got a better one.
Oh god, I can do that. I'll stand right there with my arm out.
Did I find the scalpel?
Yes, you did find a scalpel earlier.
So I have my invisible hand in my pocket with the scalpel, and when he comes by,
all right.
Man, I can't wait to hear the history book on this one.
it's burned to the ground.
The Candor Manor Massacre.
If there's a fire at the hospital, it's very terrible.
If it's death due to
Quite the
soft
tragedy.
tissue injury,
Several staff died, as did several patients.
what am I looking for?
You want to go under knife attack.
Knife
Base
attack.
is 25.
25.
All right, I will give you a bonus because he does not see this shit coming.
Weird.
50.
61.
All right. Apparently, he saw that out of the corner of his eye, this thing hovering in the air, and you missed. However,
It missed.
He's like, he sees that you're standing there with this. You've got this scalpel floating around in the air right in front of him.
I go, what the hell is that?
Since he's distracted,
Wow.
Since he's distracted with it, come in with my offhand since he can't see it coming.
All right, and do what?
Just clock him.
All right, roll.
Or
50.
actually, are there is there like statuary in this?
Oh yeah.
Find like,
Have I found those two
yeah,
yet?
I feel sorry for like the vets
Yeah.
desperately trying to
Yeah,
wheel away.
You know, like
across
find
the lawn.
a bust of someone.
A boss, perhaps.
Yes, or like a bust.
The bust would be good. Like
Yeah, get a bust of
a nice bronze Shakespeare.
Yeah,
Club somebody to death with the poet.
all right. What's gonna happen?
With the bard.
All right, the bard. Excuse me. You're
Yeah,
right.
sorry, no problem. Yeah, 37, made it.
All right. What's your strength bonus?
1d4.
All right, it's 1d3
Ooh.
plus 1d4.
That's a nice punch in the
Alright.
face.
So,
How much damage?
yeah, so let's see.
Movie sound effects.
4?
Wow. Okay.
That's a good punch in the face.
So, and 1. So,
1d3.
fine.
1d3, not 1d4.
1d3. Oh, sorry, I was just.
Second
I
was
was
a d6.
Okay, 6. So, 1. So,
5
points.
points.
5 points down. It's like, and before I do it, it's like, hey, over here. Here in the invisible choir?
Wow.
That was
You
bad.
ring his clock. He stumbles around, having been punched in the face by something he didn't see coming.
Chop him
Despite
up.
the fact it came right at him.
Well, there's a scalpel floating in the
Yeah.
air.
Well, he was looking at that, and then
Do you have fast talk? You can lie to him.
I do. That's
It's
why.
like, oh, I don't know what that
What
is.
the hell is that?
Wait,
Angry spirits.
Wait, we literally did. What the hell is that, Biff?
all right, where are you at?
I was looking for those. I was looking for that source of the screaming.
All
I guess.
right, go ahead and give me a spot hidden.
All right.
And a luck roll.
Spot hidden, yes. Luck is lower, and I impaled the luck.
All right. You're getting up. The screaming originally was inside the house. It's upstairs. It was the whole penis problem. Obviously, I was really hoping you guys were like going to stick it in the pocket or something and
Throw it inside.
sneak it out of the house, give it to the dogs.
How do you explain this?
Anything to dispose of the evidence, but instead just left it wrapped in a towel in bed. Wow, there's a metaphor. Did you learn anything from all that junior high school masturbation? You never leave it wrapped in the sheets for your mom to find. That's ridiculous. What the hell, man?
Oh my god.
All right, apparently Caleb never masturbated. He does not know that's a thing.
I'm not responding. I'm not engaging.
Well, you roll a 17
Alright, so I
and the
made-
whole
I made
night's a
both-
bunch of Johnson.
I made both checks. What do I find?
You do get upstairs. You find that there. Well, first of all, you find fire.
Yeah.
Mostly, you find an orderly who goes running past you on fire, and just down the hallway on fire.
I guess me and the
He
captain
runs
are
into
close
one of the
behind.
bathrooms.
Yeah. Okay. Do I recognize him as one of the doctor's people?
Make a spot hidden.
Another one.
Can't see through the flames.
He is
No,
on fire.
I cannot.
He's a orderly on fire. You're not really sure.
I go in the direction he was running from.
Ah, good plan. Where are you guys getting out of town? You've set a guy on fire.
Yeah, pick up your bloody crutch. We need it for cover.
I lead him to the
And-
room with the cutlasses.
All right, and just pull those off the walls.
No,
Rip
we
them
don't
off the
need.
wall.
We've done our work.
There's 3 more of these guys. Plus
He didn't
Nurse
say we had
Ratchet.
to get all of them.
Irene Bellows.
He's at the
She's
doctor.
gotta
Yeah,
go
that's
down
right.
high.
So.
We got to get rid of all
Oh,
this.
she's got.
I'm just saying, I have a feeling, a literal feeling, that Noden's is pretty
Is it a
happy
love- is it-
with
is
what
it a
I'm
loving
doing.
feeling?
Yeah, well, an existing feeling. I think I'd know pretty clearly if he was displeased.
So Aaron punched him pretty good, huh?
Yes.
All right, culture. I'm gonna hit him with culture.
All right. Give me a small club attack, I guess.
All right.
This is like 25 or.
It is
25, yeah.
Guy's being attacked by a dancing
Oh,
skeleton.
come on.
Maybe.
An invisible
Maybe.
hand like Shakespeare.
25. Made it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
God
All
damn
right. What you doing?
Sounds church, ladies and gentlemen.
24.
There's 1d6, 1d4.
You just did. Yeah, you just
Yep.
did.
This guy just took 5, right? So
Yep.
this could be it for this guy.
No, 1. Oh, 5.
Pretty good.
He was the small one,
That's
and it was that was 5 and 5 is 10.
yep.
Yeah, he goes down. He goes plump onto the ground.
Actually,
Good
just for good measure, I was like, I'm sorry.
All right, so you're braining him while he's on the
Well,
ground.
before that, scalpel.
We shouldn't have killed him.
Wow.
I think I kind of crushed his head.
Yeah, all right.
That's
so,
just what the guys hear as he's dying.
Mummy, I want to breathe the soldier boys flowers to make them feel better at the hospital. Oh, what's that smoke? And then it's like,
So you just cutting his throat. You're not like trying to allocate his head off. Oh, that's scalpel.
Making sure he's dead.
All right, yes.
Just make them feel better.
Well, I'm going to say
No.
that the Shakespeare-shaped
to make him
hole
feel
in
better
the
in
back of his head is probably an indicator he is less than healthy.
I've seen some weird
oh,
things.
we are
lately.
totally the
You're
Cthulhu
right.
monsters in this area.
Your own peculiar survival being one of
It's
those.
one group of monsters fighting another group of monsters.
All right. So
I'm
we've
just
lost,
running to get the cutlasses in case
we've
we have to
lost
defend
Lionel.
ourselves.
All right,
Yeah.
that's fine. You've lost Bernard. We've lost the doctor.
There's 3 more.
How great would it be if you were traditional Cthulhu characters just at the hospital doing something completely unrelated? And then all of these crippled fucking patients rise up and just start murdering staff
With their invisible
with their invisible hands out of nowhere. You're just like, the book we need is in this library being used as a hospital. And then it's just like, like, it goes all fucking Oz prison riot out of nowhere. You're just so confused.
All right, you tear off one of these cutlasses off the wall. It's not particularly sharp, but it is essentially a giant, unpleasant, steel crowbar.
I just grab a couple of them and run out to where everybody is.
You dual wheel it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, you're running around on your no leg. That's awesome. It's a little weird because unfortunately, one foot has a foot and the other foot is bare. So
I'm a little slowed down.
that feels a little weird. Nevertheless, give me who's the lowest luck roll in the house here?
60.
70.
55.
What's that?
55.
55. All right, you're the group luck roll. Give me a luck.
Of course I am. You're welcome, everyone.
Never do this, Ross.
I think if we get caught, we're all hanged for German spies.
Yeah.
I'm not sure else how they're going to explain this.
68 out of 55.
All right. You guys are looking through the house while it's on fire. At some point, there's a point where you don't want to be in the house while it's on fire.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the other patients out.
Yeah. There's a. What do you? All right, fine. If you guys want to use your invisible looms to pick guys up who are bedridden and throw them out windows or drag them downstairs. I am all in favor of that.
Can't let them
Yeah,
die.
yes, I am doing that
We
because
can't let
I've
them die.
saved these.
All right, so you guys start pulling people out of their rooms. You do not catch up to the other 3 cultists. You don't see them.
Oh, I wanted to kill that
They
broad.
just scatter. All
Irene
right.
Bellows, I wanted her.
In the meantime, the surgery burns to the ground very nicely. The dogs disappear.
Even patches?
You find them eventually.
Okay.
They fell apart.
Oh,
Oh.
poor guys.
Dismantled dogs. You do not you find the other cultists. They scattered pretty quickly. In the ensuing, give me another luck roll, please.
Headlines read.
I'd make that.
In the ensuing chaos, there's none of this. There's a lot of confusion about who did what to whom with what. And since certain people don't have any arms or arms,
And nobody who lived
or
saw me do
legs
anything.
running
Legs.
around, there's some confusion about who is responsible for what in what parts of the hospital. So there isn't any talk about and certain orderlies vanish and never turn up again, who are in the employ of the doctor. There's some confusion about who's responsible for the fire and who did what to whom.
It would be bad for morale.
And the GIMP squad goes on to battle Nyarlathotep in the future.
The GIMP squad is not, the blame is not laid on you. Instead, what people remember is, oh yeah, he dragged me out of a burning room. And he dragged me down the front steps and got me to the
But he had
water.
blood all over him. It was weird.
And he only had 1 foot. It's amazing. I couldn't
Yeah, he
imagine.
hopped his way down the
This guy
stairs.
with only one-handed
It's
fingers
inspirational.
carried me out.
So that's the history about the wounded patients who saved others during a fire.
Yeah.
Thanks, Noden.
Pretty cool.
How did that
Is there a
one-armed man?
daguerreotype photo of us all like smiling, covered in doctor blood outside the building for the paper?
I will say that you are transferred to another hospital. Obviously,
We don't need it.
if you want to, if you're like, nope, we would like to check ourselves out. We think we're well adjusted to our disablement.
The
We'd
GIMP
like to
squad
go-
goes on the crusade.
I'm gonna keep that chalkboard like it's my lucky chalkboard.
Yeah. I will say
What's your
that,
cover?
if you guys
God, you're a one-man urban legend.
split up and go in different directions. Now, of course, you with your injury probably end up getting something like a facial prosthetic.
Oh, yeah.
That just would have been part of the deal.
Oh, yeah.
Except when your facial prosthetic's on, you can talk underneath it, and nobody's going to know just how bad the damage is.
Wait, can you install a facial prosthetic, or is it just like why
It's
won't it
literally,
go?
it's literally a mask that they
Oh, it's
they
just
can
it's
form
more
a-
of a-
like
they just
okay.
they just give you something that ties over your
Yeah.
Like the dude from.
I thought it was something more
Boardwalk Empire.
sophisticated,
Boardwalk, yeah,
like the
exactly.
bone hooks and stuff
like
like that.
yeah, like the sniper from Boardwalk Empire. That's exactly the kind of facial prosthetics I'm talking about. They're all over the place after World War One. They would because as far as they can tell, you still
I just wear a scarf.
Yeah. As far as the when you go to your new hospital, they just see a hole. In fact, when they examine your injury, you recoil like, oh shit, they're going to feel my jaw. They don't feel it. When the doctors check your stump after, well, let's see if you've re-injured your injury
Stump.
from it's very brave of you to go into a fire after you were burned by a flamethrower. Your hand was probably your arm or your finger probably taken off from the infection from the burns. They don't feel it, and 2 seconds later you can reach over and pick something up off of. It's a little clumsy because you don't see the terminus of your hand.
But like, can I actually
But if you
taste?
put a glove on, it just floats in the air.
But like, can I actually taste?
Yeah, you can chew.
So,
You can actually eat food like a normal
See,
person.
when God tells you to do something, you do
so
it.
long sleeves and gloves.
Thank you, Bill.
Long sleeves and gloves, and I'm fine.
Yeah, you wear long sleeves and gloves, and you probably also be someone who'd be getting a facial prosthetic, possibly, because you get -4 appearance. But frankly, that -4 probably has as much to do with the damage to your hands as it does to anything else. You may not actually have that much in the way
We
of
would be very
facial
loyal
scar.
followers of Noden's for
Oh, yeah.
the rest of our lives.
So
3 months.
We meet once a year at the Iowa Cabbage
I
Festival.
will say that at some point, if you guys split up and go in different directions, each one of you eventually is going to find that you are followed or adopted, or a stray dog makes its presence known in your life. And and insistently finds its way into your life, whether it's an
Shit, did
station.
Notice just like full blown make the Wounded Warrior project? Like, is he just on the chair? Like,
Dogs were associated with Mars Nodens before the Wounded Warrior.
damn, you just walked into that one. That's nice.
Yeah.
Wow, that's synergy.
So there you go. You guys get your dogs. You're now going to communicate with them. They'll tell you who to kill, much like the Son of Sam. I'm sure there's no connection. I'm sure Berkowitz was not working for Nodens.
And we're just full-on cultists now.
But the problem is that, yes, every once in a while, you guys will get an assignment to kill somebody, and you will not necessarily be told why. They just have to go.
I listened to it.
Yeah.
I know this will save more lives in the end.
Well, you certainly hope so. It was a little
Thanks for
uncomfortable
the
that
dice.
time you killed that kid, just because he was going to be used as a spell component, but it was probably for the best.
He's had a bad life anyway. Rationalization. Rationalization.
Denial ain't just a river and it's
So, the Wounded, where you guys are initially going to be preyed upon as both spell components and possibly recruits by the Brotherhood of Skin, the Nyarlathotep cults into doing organ transplants before organ transplants were even a thing. And then Nodens goes and throws a monkey wrench in
Does a little
Nyarlathotep shit,
hypnotic.
because that's what Nodens does, apparently. But in a creepy and unpleasant way that has nothing to do with making you feel good about it.
Yeah.
And yes, this thing is definitely inspired by shit like Frailty.
Yeah.
You know, this is the god who says, "Here's your hit list. Kill these people. Do not ask questions. Do not."
First time I
disobey."
played in something where you were a tool of a
And you are cultists.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It was,
Yeah, it's really neat.
yeah. It's kind of what I was trying to do with Bass.
How could you be a cultist? Like,
No,
I
it
can
is
eat
a
food.
bit like.
Yeah, I get to chew.
Cheeseburger, motherfucker. Cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger, motherfucker. That's your answer.
this is my cheeseburger in paradise.
It's a little more sustainable as a campaign for everything than Bass, though.
And as far as
because-
Caleb goes, I'm just going to point out there was that female jazz musician who pretended to be a man for like 40 years and had kids and a marriage, and no one figured out she was a man. I'm fairly certain if as long as you keep the lights off and the covers up,
Well, she can't feel it.
she'll feel it. She just won't see it. You keep the lights off.
Oh, okay.
No one will know there's a problem.
There's prophylaxis at this point. Like, it doesn't even matter. but-
Exactly.
There would be an interesting start to like a campaign.
Yeah.
That's exactly where this goes. A lot of the scenarios from Horrors of War are designed to be, here's your new campaign. Well, here's a campaign where it's this horrible spiral of sand loss as you are asked to kill more and more people for fewer and fewer concrete reasons. I mean, you start off by the fucking
obvious bad guy,
Nyarlathotep
let's kill him.
cultists who are clearly trying to carve you up and attach things to you do not want attached to you, and you start off there, but at some point, you might be whacking some investigators. Like, the guys you go, oh, they know about the cult of Nodens. They're a threat. They need to be eliminated.
And that'll be a great campaign.
Actually, there would be a really great way to do a campaign where you do that, do a couple episodes of that, and then the cultist Noden guys get iffier and iffier targets, and then you stop, and then you say, let's do
And
another
you have
game.
another campaign where they're the enemy.
Well, where the investigators do traditional Cthulhu stuff, and then they find this guy, and it's like, these people are chasing me, and so PC Group 2 runs into their former characters, and then just see...
Or just one, even one of them.
Yeah.
There's a serial killer loose in Louisiana, and it's a one-armed vet, and you're like, wait a minute, that's my guy from... And now he's 65
and he's going to kill
years
somebody
old,
who turns up and looks all sympathetic, like some helpless ingenue or a child or whatever, and it's
You want to put these in your thing?
Yeah. And I actually really love this because you brought this up a couple of years ago when we were doing the Delta Green panel specifically for...
That's how I was able to
Noden
get it.
saying, everybody looks at Noden and is like,
that panel.
lesser of a couple evils, but he's still a horrific entity.
Yeah.
That you were on the hunt
Or he
and
just
still
didn't
you
give
remember.
it. Thank you.
Exactly.
Actually, no, that's a good idea. Pass me one of those recollers.
I actually brought a couple of... Well, anyway.
Voice.
Can I steal one of those?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
I don't want. No, I mean, there's some good mileage on Nodens. Nodens has some really good ways to be scary and unpleasant and awful, and still be an elder god, and still be in opposition to Nyarlathotep. But you guys get to be the meat pawns on that meat chessboard.
Yeah.
And you're not making the decisions anymore, and that's gonna suck. That's gonna be awful.
A god just by knowing he would know you wouldn't, and you'd question what he's doing, but he knows.
He's got leverage over you.
Yeah, it's
Shall we
really,
say.
yeah.
Anyways, I had a great
a lot.
time. This is a great
Yeah,
scenario.
absolutely.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed. Now that is the first time I've played it.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping.
Is this going to
to
be in Horrors of War?
It will eventually. If I get to do a third book, the third book's full of all this Western Front stuff.
Okay.
And I wanted to have some home front stuff in the third book to go with the Western Front themed stuff.
So it's not going to be in the Kickstarted one?
No.
Okay.
No, sadly it won't.
Okay.
I'm hoping to do some things differently with the new projects. Hopefully, I don't know, release them as Word documents and things like that before
For playtesting.
Yeah, before they move on to any kind of fundraising or anything like that. And besides, none of that can happen until the old project is done with.
Well, sure.
Just can't.
I know people would ask if they were.
I told Shane Ivey this before, and he didn't do anything. I own a print shop.
Okay, well, anyways,
I've been doing
we'll
the
talk to you
print
guys
shop
next
for
time.
almost 5.